So, my people, we're live, guys. We're live, people. We're live. Like the vid, subscribe, like the vid, subscribe, like the vid, subscribe. We're gonna be talking about the Dream Team 11, Africa Dream Team 11, because one of the fans wanted me to talk about this. We're gonna talk about the transfer rumor that has been going on. Frank Kessie, Ariza Balaga to Newcastle United. Also gonna be talking about Paulo Dybala leaving Juventus in the summer. Where does he go? The permutation combination. We'll see where he wants to go. We'll talk about Haaland too, potential going to Manchester City or Madrid. We're gonna dissect everything as we look forward to this upcoming international break in between Portugal, Italy, Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal versus Egypt. We look into the what's called the round of 16 in the playoff in terms of the World Cup qualifier. Like the vid, smash that like button, guys. My people, smash the like button, please. By the end of this year, I hope to get to 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers, guys. Let's put up the likes and subscribe up. Let's get it. We can do it, guys. Let's get it. Like that vid, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go, guys. So, my people, how are they now? I hope you guys are fine. Like the video, subscribe, like the video, subscribe, like the video, subscribe, guys. So, we're going to be talking about Africa Dream Team starting 11. What's it going to be talking about? The first player that has stepped into the Premier League that has succeeded. Who is better in terms of overall? Yaya, Drogba, Emmanuel Adebayor. We'll talk about them also. Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane. Who has the better IQ, high ceilings in terms of ability overall and everything? We talk about that. We're also going to talk about transfer room in terms of people going out of the club. Paulo Dybala, Frank Kessie, Andreas Christensen, Pogba, Kylian Mbappe, Haaland. We're going to talk about them too. Guys, like the vid, subscribe, guys. Let's make sure we get to 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, guys. This year, I really want to make it big, guys. This year, like that damn vid, guys. Subscribe, guys. Smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button. Make sure you give it to your wife, your fiancé, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever you are going. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button. So, my people, how you guys doing today? I hope you guys are fine. Beautiful Monday.
Yeah, Abdullah. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Evening.
Wonderful day outside.
Pretty good. How you guys doing today?
Shocking.
Relax.
What do you mean? All it does, it rains here. That's all it does, guys. It doesn't do anything in England. Can't wait for a couple of weeks to go on holiday. Cannot wait.
It's burning in Chicago too, so relax.
I'm going vacation Spain.
Relax.
Can't wait.
It's burning in Chicago too, so relax.
Today was East Coast. Today was we were 23 degrees centigrade. Not a cloud in the sky.
We were about 5 degrees. Put it that way.
Jeez, yeah, it was nice here.
It was cold, cold, rainy, gloomy.
Incredible. How was the weekend, Tom?
Not been bad. I hadn't had to watch Man United, so I guess it's positive.
Yeah, easy.
What do you mean easy?
We know. For me, I
mean, actually, no. My weekend's been good. I saw Abdullah's old mate, Fat Frank. Yeah, capitulate. And then saw Madrid. I mean, stinker.
Yeah.
So it's not actually been a bad weekend, to be fair.
It's been good week. It's been very good week. It's not that bad. It's been very
Yeah,
good.
I hoped we were going to
But
get
I
better.
hate,
And
I hate international
Middlesbrough were going to knock you guys out, but
break.
didn't
What?
happen.
No, relax. Stop. Relax. Relax.
Nah, Madrid will save that for the Champions League. Though,
It's been
won't they?
good week though, but I just hate the international break because it's boring. You're gonna be seeing so many people getting injured now. I don't like it. I hate it. Just coming back, not fully fit. I hate that bullshit, man. I don't like it, man. But we move. It is what it is. We move. We move. It's what it is. I hope all of them come back safe and no injuries. Please, I beg. Nobody must get injured. I'm tired of this. Nobody must get injured.
Where's your name gone as well, Abdullahi? Where's it gone? Where's the Arab money? Where is it? They've not even been listed as the 3 candidates anymore.
Relax.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I've said it all along, did I not?
Relax.
Don't jump on this. Oh, the Saudi Arabia's coming for us. Nothing.
Relax.
They are nothing, Abdullahi. I told you, Americans.
So what's the what happened? What's the end now?
We'll talk about it. According to the report,
it's 3 Americans.
Oh, really?
Boily. Whatever.
I think it's two Brits and 2 Americans, and then there's a British and Korean.
Nick Candy and the South
Nick
Korea.
Candy, yeah, with a Korean consort.
The problem is, I like that South Korea lady because one, sponsorship and investment. I like that. I'm also liking Tom Bailey too because Tom Bailey is gonna be using data and everything. I like them, but my problem with Nick Candy is the talkative. I hate talkative. You talk too much. If you have money, don't talk. Just enjoy your life. You talk too much. I don't like that. I don't want anyone who's gonna be talking too much. No.
Hold up. What do you mean he talks too much? What does Roman do then?
Okay. Roman doesn't talk, but Roman spends money.
Roman talk. No, Roman doesn't talk.
No.
Roman acts. That's what he does.
Roman.
He fires them P45s out like it's just no tomorrow.
Yes, Roman fire people, but Roman makes his money talk, not him talking. Roman makes his money talk. The same thing with Sheikh Mansour. They don't talk, but money speaks. That's how you know when people ask money.
Oh, have you heard the British government about that with Sheikh Mansour? Because he had a Zoom meeting with what's the Syrian president Al-Bashar.
Yeah, I saw it.
Like, what are they going to do? Sanction him and all?
It's nothing serious.
What's going right? I know this might be a bit off topic, but what's going on with a lot of these football fans handcuffing themselves to the goalposts and stuff like that in the Premier League?
I saw that.
What's going on? It's happening at every game at the moment.
What happened?
Yes.
I think for the last 6 Premier League games, there's been an attempt, or it's actually happened, like at the Everton game. Like protesters are going onto the football field and they're going on with handcuffs. They're handcuffing themselves to the goalposts.
Yeah.
That's basically what's happening.
Is it in the Everton match? Or which match is that?
No, it's in all of them. There were one at Wolves last night. The Wolves Leeds game, sorry. There were one there. There were one at the Man United game. There were one at the Newcastle game, I think. And then there were one at Everton. There's loads of them that's happening at the moment. I don't know why. I don't know because it's not like he's in protest of the war or anything like that because they've not got like Ukrainian flags or anything. So I haven't got a clue unless it's just a trend or something. I don't know.
It's change the punishment for that, man. Yeah, too lenient to these.
Oh yeah, fine them and don't let them into a football stadium again. Pretty much. That's what should happen, but all they do is put a 2-year ban and then
I have to
allow these idiots back in.
I have been saying this, and you have to explain yourself. You said it that you don't think Saudi will take over Chelsea. Why do you say that?
Why did I say that? Why did I?
Al tested me and he told me bluntly that no. Why?
Why did I tell you to relax? Right, what did I say to you? I said there's already
American owner or British owner. Yeah.
No, I said American owner will probably take you over. I think an American will take you over, not a British. I think an American. But I said the Saudis won't come in because the Premier League will not allow it. Because you've already got 2 big Middle Eastern owners in the league already, where you have Newcastle and you have Manchester City, sorry.
Yeah.
Then there would have been you. That would have been 3. All of a sudden, 3 of the most historical football clubs in the league, in recent time anyway. Newcastle have the history and stuff. You guys have the more modern day history. And City are obviously building their own dynasty for the last decade now. You've got 3 Middle Eastern owners basically in the Premier League. Like with all the money and everything, the competition would have been ruled off, really. Because
So
you can have money in a league, but there's sometimes you can have too much money in a league.
yeah, but
Because
no.
it's like you put. Let me put it like this, Abdullah. You have 3 of these Middle Eastern owners from the Premier League. They pull out of their clubs in the Premier League and they go and put themselves in Ligue 1. One of them buys Monaco, one of them buys Marseille, the other one buys, I don't know, Rennes. Yeah. Then you suddenly have 4 Middle Eastern owners in Ligue 1 competing with PSG.
Yeah.
Or 3 of them, sorry. But there'd be 4 Middle Eastern owners in that league. The competition, there would be no competition. The top 4 would be secured every season.
Yeah.
So there is no competition in that league then at all. That is why I said to you that I don't think it would happen, because I don't think the Premier League would have allowed it anyway, even if they would have been on this 3-man shortlist, which they're not anyway. But I said all along, I think that what's his name? No,
Todd
the Todd guy. What's his name?
The Todd guy, Todd Bowley.
Todd Bowley. Yeah, I think he'll end up getting it.
You know the funny part about him? I listen to him. I like the way he speaks, and I like the way he wants to follow the model of Liverpool, FSG.
Yeah, but the only thing is his philosophy, his sporting philosophy has always been around the NFL. That's the one thing you always get with a lot of American owners.
That's my problem. Will you be able to spend money? I'm worried a little bit.
Abdullah, don't even go there about spending money. Do you know what the Glazer family want to do with Old Trafford? They want to they want to burn it to the ground, and they want to build an NFL stadium in the UK.
What?
They want to build a multi-sports stadium. Do you know like Spurs have got where they can host NFL games? Yeah, well, basically like that. That's what the Glazer family want to do with Old Trafford.
I also like this guy too. The Korean people supporting.
Yeah, because he's with Nick Candy.
But my problem with Nick Candy is, can he just shut up? Can he just shut up? I don't want him to talk. I want money to do the talking. The talk is annoying me right now. It's getting on my nerves. You should just shut up. It's getting on my nerve right now. Because it's talk too much, and I don't like that. Let your money speak for you. Stop talking.
I never understood with how this selecting process has gone with the ownership. Really, I always thought it was the highest bidder will just get the club. None of this where you rule it down to 3 short men lists, and then you've got to pick a candidate out of that, and they've got to put the best pitch forward to the Rainy group and things like that. I thought it would have just been whoever gives the highest offer gets the football club at the end of the day. That's the way that I think a lot of people would have thought about it, going that way. But even when we speak about these sort of football clubs and stuff like that, there's no core operation. The Premier League don't do enough in terms of with these football clubs and actually working with them, because instead of working with Chelsea to help with a sale or anything like that, or in a way battle off the government, because I just think in some cases the government, the British government especially, have just kicked Chelsea Football Club while they're down, really, with some of the things that they'll come out with about, to do with the heritage of the club, the people who were employed by the football club. You don't need to kick people that are already down, really. That would be my thoughts on it. But organisations like the Premier League and the FA, they need to work with Chelsea Football Club, for example. And this sort of thing, I don't think it's not just going to be Chelsea Football Club, because there's stuff with Everton as well, with one of the Russian owners there. There's also been, there'll be other things in the world of football in the next, 4 or 5 decades, probably even before most of us will be dead. That'll happen where there'll be another similar situation like this. But there's nobody there to actually work with these sort of people. There's not like an administrator that can work with the football clubs and get the best, not necessarily get the best deal, but make it suitable and finalisable for the league as well, competitive-wise. Because like I've said to Abdullah on the stream as well, and off the stream as well, where we had a discussion about the Saudi Arabia takeover. It was actually on one of his Twitter spaces. I didn't believe it was going to happen, really, because at the end of the day, the Premier League cannot allow that much money in the league, because then all of a sudden you have 3 Middle Eastern owners funding the league, funding their football clubs, because in the next 5 to 10 years, Newcastle will be in the top 4 consistently year in, year out. City are always going to be in the top 4 year on, year out. Chelsea, if they ended up getting the Saudi owner, would be as well. And then suddenly you only got one place, which will be occupied by the best placed team at that time, whether it be a Liverpool in the next 5 to 10 years, whether it be Manchester United, or Spurs, or Arsenal, whoever it might be. But at the end of the day, until you get a proper administrator in these football to work with football clubs and stuff, structure-wise isn't going to happen at football clubs. That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. It's
there just isn't enough working with football clubs. I don't think, anyway. It's got nothing to.
I think I was always
politics.
skeptical about the Saudi potential ownership because of the same reasons. I just thought that it would take too much time for due diligence. You take too much. There's too much noise around what's going on now. Regarding ownership issues, it's just a lot of flack going on. So it doesn't surprise me, but we'll see. So it's down to three Americans, or 2 Americans, and 2 British, or no?
It's one British with Nick Bailey and the Korean consortium, and then there's two Americans. One's Todd Bowley, and then the other one I can't remember. I'll find out it is. I know it's another American though. Put it that way.
What's basically? I'm following this. The Old Trafford. They say it's down to 4 now. 4 managers potentially.
Oh, honestly, don't go there, man. Two of them are not even realistic anyway. We're not going to go for a failed Real Madrid manager in Lopetegui, so you can rule that one out. Luis Enrique is not going to be leaving Spain, so there's 2 of the names ticked off. It's basically, you might as well just flip a coin and Poch's heads and Ten Hag's tails and see which way it lands, because they just cannot decide.
What are they going to do, though? I mean, it's just like what.
I mean, if they were going to do the right sort of if they had a proper footballing structure the way that Manchester City do, Pochettino wouldn't even be anywhere near the running, because he doesn't work. He does not work with a football structure. He doesn't work with a sporting director, head of development, sports recruitment. He doesn't work with anything like that. He wants the full control of the football club. Whereas you take somebody like Pep Guardiola, wherever he's been at football clubs, Barcelona, Bayern, now Manchester City, they have these sort of people in these roles: the sporting directors, the chairmen, the head of sports development and things. Some managers like it, some managers don't. Ten Hag's been sugar-coated. You can say that with Ajax. He's had the proper footballing structure around him with I call it the Illuminati. Van der Sar, Overmars, and then him, Ten Hag in the role. And obviously one of them's left the Matrix for obviously personal reasons, which we're not going to go into, because I think a lot of people, it's been well documented about Mark Overmars. And then we obviously talk about it more with Erik Ten Hag, who, even if he doesn't come to Man United, I still see him leaving Ajax. Even if he goes sabbatical for a couple of months with his family, I don't see him staying on. He's got nothing left to prove at that football club. I mean, he's gone in there when he actually went in there from Ajax, they weren't the top team in the Netherlands. That's what I don't think a lot of people do understand. Feyenoord were the team that were on top in that league at the time.
Yeah.
Because I think it was when Frank de Boer left them for the Dutch national job. He made a tits job of it, and then he went to Crystal Palace, and he couldn't implement his football there.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we can't. I don't really want to flip flop around it. I've made my opinion clear as a Man United fan. I think if we're going to go down something new, that we've gone for this new chief executive and new directors, director of football and technical directors and stuff like that. If we're going down this new direction, Pochettino should have been after that Champions League final with Spurs for me. If we were bang interested for him and he was the only one, we should have gone and got him at that time. Or when we took Ollie on as caretaker, Ollie should have took the end of the season and then gone and got Poch. That was the time to have gone and got Pochettino, not now. Because he's failed without a football structure behind him. He's now failing with a football structure. Nobody can say he's not been backed at PSG. I don't want to hear they aren't his players. He's got. I would say, in the summer they bought in 3 of the world's best players in their areas. Messi, on his given day, is one of the best players in the world. Sergio Ramos, as a centre-back, is one of the best centre-backs in the world on his day.
Mm-hmm.
And arguably, Rumour at the time and goalkeeper was probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world, especially after that Euros with Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see the compatibles with Pochettino, and I never understand it with. Honestly, I just think it's the English bias really that buy into it because he's managed in the league before. He's he's mates with a lot of the pundits because they do those silly interviews on BT Sport and stuff like that. You get Rio Ferdinand doing interviews with him about killing Mbappe and tactics, blah blah blah. I just never get any. I just don't like the sense of it, to be honest with you. And at the end of the day, like I say, if you go for something like Ten Hag, I don't care he's not proven in the league. I don't care. But do you know the one thing that he has done, Abdullahi? He's built two football teams. He's lost all his best players, and he's still won trophies
Yeah.
after losing his best players
Van der
and
Beek,
rebuilt them.
Ziyech.
Yeah, well, the list goes on. Ziyech, Frankie de Jong, Donny van de Beek, De Ligt. And he takes bang average Premier League players, likes of Dusan Tadic when he was at Southampton,
Yeah.
Sebastian Haller at West Ham. Anthony was a nobody in Brazil. He brought him over from.
But
Where did he come from? Flamenco. I think he came from.
With the United board, give this man time to build and the fans to because.
Well, this is where it comes to, Abdullahi, and this is why I think if we get Ten Hag in, from a lot of the fans, put it like this: whenever you go for a new manager, you always have a club favourite who the club want, and you have a fan favourite that the fans want. Because when you guys sack Frank Lampard, I don't care what any Chelsea fan says, the man that a lot of Chelsea fans wanted at that time was Allegri.
Yeah,
he was out there. He was the big name. He was the one that I think a lot of Chelsea fans wanted. But the club looked at it and thought, no, let's go for Tommy T. Let's go for Thomas Tuchel. He's a brilliant tactician in the game, brilliant coaching ability. Let's take a punt on him. And look at where he's at now. And this is where I look at it with Manchester United, I'm like, is Ten Hag, even if the results are not going as well, and we don't win anything for a couple of years, the fans will give him more time. They'll be more patient with him than they will with Pochettino. Because Pochettino,
are you sure?
I think they would be. Because he's the one that a lot of Manchester United fans are convinced about. And I've not seen Manchester United this convinced about a manager before. We've had it with nobody was fully convinced on David Moyes. Nobody was fully convinced on Louis van Gaal. Mourinho, okay, there's an argument there. Nobody was assured on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. At least with Erik Ten Hag, I'm hearing from a lot of Manchester United fans, if Erik Ten Hag came into the football club, nobody's going to complain. Whereas if Pochettino comes in, there is going to be a couple of United fans. Like I could sit on here and say, for example, oh yeah, I want Pochettino. He's a brilliant guy. Yasser Said, for example, big up to Yasser. Yasser could come on and completely disagree with me. Say, oh, what are you going about, Tom, about Pochettino, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's a bottler at PSG, he's a bottler at Spurs, Southampton, blah, blah, blah. What's he won in the game? So there is the parallels there, but there's less ammunition that you can shoot at Erik Ten Hag than there is Pochettino. Because you put it like this, Abdullahi, he was out of a job for as long as he was, and I always say this point to you. And I don't just say about Pochettino, I've said about many managers who've gone to big football clubs and it's not worked out for them. I said about Lopetegui when he left that Spanish job to go to the Real Madrid. I said it to you all the way back from then. When a manager goes to a big football club and it doesn't work out, they don't blame the players, they can't blame the football club, and they can't blame the board. They picked up that pen and signed the contract for that football club. So it is their responsibility. It's their screw up. Nobody forced Pochettino to PSG and be in the situation that he's in. He chose that himself. So I don't want to hear this sympathy around him. Oh, well, the players don't want to play for him, and they don't want to run for him. And he knew what he bought. He knew what he was buying into. Surely, he's a smart enough man. He knew what he was buying into. So I don't really think there is any excuses that you can use for these sort of people. Especially in the modern day with how football managers are and stuff, with how structures happen in football clubs and modern day football, I guess nowadays.
I agree. So because I look at United fans now, my problem with United fans is most of them have not been watching United like in the early 90s to 2000. You guys have some of them have been watching United for
Well,
like maybe.
even if you weren't born then, people still go back and watch the games, don't they? Like the '99
Mhm,
final. No,
mhm,
even as Chelsea fans, you'll have watched that a couple of times. I'm like, let's be honest. It was a brilliant night for European football.
mhm.
But
But
what happened?
but also I also have an understanding by saying, see, if a team wants to succeed, you gotta just give the manager time to build what he wants. Like I said, my first thought was like, but when Tuchel came in, I was a little bit doubt. Can he do this? Can he? But Tuchel proved me wrong. After I proved me, I was like, wow. I see this guy good, and I see the kind of player we have in the I was like, no, 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 no. You gotta give this time to build your team and give him the player he wants. Then I'll be able to judge him. Some people are still skeptical, but I was like, no, I trust this man because I've seen what he's done as a manager. In Ten Hag, for me, I have two things in Ten Hag. The system is playing at United. You guys don't have the player yet to play that system. You have to flush in some players out of that team first. Bring in Ten Hag players. Let him work with the players he has. Then
He
you'll be
likes
able
he
to
likes
compete.
technical players. That's what
Yeah,
he
I
likes.
don't think that team you have right now can play the Ten Hag system. I do not think so because
I
some of
think
these
there's I think there's a couple that he could coach to play that way. Like for you could say that with Sancho and stuff like that.
player like Maguire, Bruno,
Oh no, yeah, they're going, man.
McTominay,
They
those
ain't getting
players
near
for
the
me.
team.
Either you put them on the bench or you sell them. You have to make a decision
Do you
about
know
it.
the big one that I think will hurt a lot of Manchester United fans, and
Mm-hmm.
even in myself, Abdullah, I'll be honest in saying it,
Mm-hmm.
would be David De Gea.
Every day, yeah, because it
Because
won't work in
he
it won't
he
work.
cannot play out from the back. He's not a sweeper keeper, and he can't play out from the back. And that is a major system and part in Eric Ten Hag's team. Anybody who wants to see it, go and watch the last 3 years in the Champions League. How
Mm-hmm.
Onana has been used at the back
Yeah,
as a sweeper keeper and as playing out from the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
yeah, and also I think that Anderson can work for you guys ahead of the high. I
Yeah.
think
That's
that's
what
Onana
I
would
mean.
work.
I mean, I think any manager would come in if it's Potter, if it's Ten Hag, and look at
mm-hmm.
De Gea and think shot stopping, you can't
Yes,
fault him.
you
But
can't.
playing
Mm-hmm.
out from the back, I mean,
I think Mendy to like that aspect,
people,
but
yeah.
he's
But
been working
this is
on
the
it.
thing, Abdullah. People say he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Enrique is a elite coach. He's an established coach in world football.
Mm-hmm.
He's not taken what some people perceive as one of the best goalkeepers or shot stoppers in the world
Mm-hmm.
to his Spanish national campaign
Mm-hmm.
for the international games.
Mm-hmm.
He's not picked him. But arguably, I would say David De Gea has probably been Manchester United's best player of the season
Yeah.
with it. And
Mm-hmm.
when you have that, and he's not even getting picked for his national team, that is kind of concerning. And
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't need people to tell me or anything about how Luis Enrique works. He likes goalkeepers that can play out from the back.
Mm, yeah.
Everybody has the preference. Some people like shot stoppers, keep the ball
Mm-hmm.
out the back of the net. Some people like people who can play out from the back. It's football at the end of the day. And I know when Pep went to City, he caused
Mm-hmm.
up a big stir because they had a long-term goalkeeper, kind of similar situation to where David De Gea is at.
David Joe Hart.
They had Joe Hart, yeah. They had Joe Hart. He
Mm-hmm.
went in there. He gave him the first
People,
season.
Bravo didn't fit what he want. He sent
He,
Bravo away.
yeah, but he was still he was a technical goalkeeper who could play out from the back, but he was just
Mm-hmm.
raw. He
Yeah.
was reckless.
Yeah.
But he looked at the recruitment policy and he thought, this football club needs a new goalkeeper. They don't have any goalkeeper that can play out from the back
So then
in the
Anderson
modern
is good in his feet, right? He can play from the back.
way that he wants to play. Yeah. So that's where he went to go and get Edison from Benfica. He thought,
So you
right,
think if
£40
Ten
million,
Hag, wait,
bang.
Tom, you think if Ten Hag comes in, I will play Dean Anderson ahead of David De Gea?
I don't think he'll play either of them. I think he'll buy a new goalkeeper.
Wow.
I think he will. Honestly, I think he will go and buy a new goalkeeper. I don't think he's going to go for somebody extreme like an Oblak or anybody like that. I think he's going to go for some nobody.
Hmm.
I think he's going to go for some nobody in France or in Italy, maybe even in the Netherlands that
Someone
he might have looked at
you guy
and
doesn't know
think,
at all.
I'll bring this person in. I'll develop them for a couple of years to play the system with the other players that he wants to bring in. I know goalkeepers the least of our concerns at the moment because
Mm-hmm.
we need a right-sided player, a midfielder, and a centre back. Those are my 3 priorities anyway. That's what I'd be doing straight away.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you're progressing on the team and you want to actually win trophies on a consistent level,
Mm-hmm.
you need to get a long-term goalkeeper sorted.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, Abdullahi, I've already said, I've held my hands up. If it's Poch or Ten Hag, write the next 2 seasons off because we won't do anything with either of them.
Yeah.
They won't come in and make this major impact that people are going to think where we're going to hit the ground running.
It will take time.
We'll be top of the league by Christmas and all that crap. No.
It will take time.
Things take time. Ollie was top of the league with this Manchester United squad. And look at him now. 18 months ago, at the following Christmas, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was top of the league with
And
his
also,
squad.
remember something, Tom. I've watched Ten Hag play very well, and I think he's a little bit arrogant because sometimes when things doesn't work your way, let me explain. Something doesn't work, sometimes you have to switch a little bit and adapt to the style of play of other teams because you are playing a team that pack the balls and want to counter-attacking you.
Yeah.
Playing open football. Ten Hag needs to have a plan B that if my protection-based system doesn't work, I have a plan B that can sustain that position and make mistakes. I don't think Ten Hag that he has the ability yet to kind of switch from his ideal system in place to another system.
The one thing that I think goes for Pochettino is his in-game management. He can make a tactical tweak in the middle of the game and it impacts the game.
Mm-hmm.
For example, it's Tottenham. I take his Tottenham team as a prime example. One of the games that he played against Real Madrid, against Zinedine Zidane's team, and he beat them 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
They went the goal up through Harry Kane, and then they came back. Real Madrid came back in the game. Who was it now? I think it was it Modric who scored? I can't remember. It were a couple of years ago anyway, against Modric, and Modric got the goal. And what he did, it was about the 70th minute in the game. Mm-hmm. He then played Eriksen as a split striker with Harry Kane, and he went 4-4-2. So that little adjustment, and then they went on and won the game 3-1. Eriksen got the final 2 goals, and Harry Kane assisted him twice. That's what you call a tactical tweak mid-game. In the Champions League as well, don't forget, in the Champions League as one of the greatest teams of all time, and that Real Madrid team that had just won the Champions League the following year, you do that and make a tactical tweak like that, and it works. It shows that he can do those tactical tweaks middle of the game. But the one thing that lets him down is substitutions. Way too late, and they don't impact the game. Whereas the opposite, I think it's completely the opposite with Ten Hag. He brings the substitutes on at the right times in the game to impact the game. But in terms of if he needs a tactical tweak, like you said, if the possession-based football doesn't work, there's no plan B. For example, Liverpool, for example, they play the heavy metal football. If they can't get the creative chances from fullbacks, because Trent and Robertson have been marked out of the game, they bring on someone like a Thiago who can create through the middle, which is their, should we say, creative midfielder from deep. And then that's where they'll create the chances elsewise. Or the players up front have got to make something out of nothing, like you see a Salah wonder goal or, a Jota, striding run or header.
Yeah.
Or it's a set piece goal. That's where you get your goals from at the end of the day. But even regardless of who the manager is, I've said this to you. Yeah, you can bring in any of the 4 names that we've said. Pochettino, Ten Hag, Enrique, or Julian Lopetegui. Bring in any 4 of them. Yeah, write the next 2 seasons off.
Exactly. That's okay.
Write the next 2 seasons off. Get rid of some of these players. So the first thing that I would do, I would sort behind the scenes out. Leave the players in the field for now. You can leave them. Sort behind the scenes out. Go and get a proper footballing director or somebody to work alongside John Murtough. I'm saying Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell would be the first person I would go and get, and have Ralph Ragnick oversee them. I would then go and get somebody with a head of sports and development role, similar to what Mark Overmars did at Ajax. I wouldn't say go and get Mark Overmars. But you can recruit people around Europe to do that job. Then what I would do, I would go into the European market and I would go and invest in the youth squad and get a proper youth coach to identify the young gems and talents of the world. like where you get the likes of your Kylian Mbappe's shining out with
That's Luis
France.
Campos' job. That's Luis Campos.
Luis Campos' job, yeah. Somebody, not Luis Campos, but maybe a younger version of Luis Campos, who might be just up and coming and on the rise. Pick them up young and develop and keep them at your football club. Sort the off the field first. Get a manager in. Get behind the scenes sorted. Then ship some of these players out, and have a full proper recruitment in the summer, where you buy the young players that you can develop for 2-3 years, and then you can progress on for the team. Because until we assess the situation, until we get a manager in, there is no clear direction, because we don't know what kind of players we're going to go for. We don't know what footballing structure we're going to have without having we're having a pilot at the wheel. You haven't got a clue where you're going.
Yeah.
If you don't have a pilot flying the plane, the only way is down.
Yeah.
You're not going to maintain, or you're not going to gain altitude. You're just going to go down. So at the end of the day, this is why we're seeing the Manchester United decline at the moment. It's going just downhill. And that's where we won't make Champions League, because of these sort of things where we don't have clarity over a manager.
I agree with everything you said. Completely agree. And sometimes, like, when I think I remember under the Lampard era, when I was like, I wanted Lampard out. People came at me and said,
You wanted him out every 5 minutes. I don't want to hear
that. And I gave my point. I said, Roman fucked up.
You were consistent, though. I will give you that.
Yeah. I was angry and pissed off. I said, Roman fucked this up from day one when he broke a Lampard. And people was like, why? I said it from day one. Lampard left Derby County 6th position. He went to the playoff final and he lost, and he came back to 6th position. That is not a song. That's a failure. You brought him in based on sentiment, because we have a transfer ban. You brought him in to coach the team. People start telling me you brought in James, you brought him Messi. Fair enough. What has improvement do we get? We considered 58 goals in a season under Lampard. That doesn't make any sense. You brought him just because of the fans, to please the fans. We didn't go forward. We moved backward, because Chelsea Football Club is not the club that competes for top 4. No, we win trophies every year. Out of all the manager we've hired, they have won trophy. Lampard is the only manager that did not win trophy under Roman. That is a big F. The biggest F under his career and under his tenure as an owner. That's a big F. Because when we sentiment, we have to be very factual about this now. Because Lampard was thinking, no, that's a big F on Roman's face. Because he's the only manager in that club that did not win a trophy. He's the only manager. So when I wanted him from day one. This man cannot take us forward. We can only go backward. Instead of going forward, we go backward. Nobody keep telling me, I want to buy players who I've watched on the TV or who I've played with. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you play with Hakim Ziyech? Do you play with Timo Werner? Or do you play with Thiago Silva? Tell me. Did you play with the three of them?
Well, he didn't even know his starting lineup, did he, Lampard? That was the problem. He didn't know his best starting lineup.
Putting Kayabat anywhere, Timo Werner anywhere, Ziyech anywhere. It doesn't make any sense. A manager doesn't do that. A manager who has brain and is knowledgeable does not behave as a stupid idiot. That's how I say Lampard has. And when people come at me and say sentiment, it's not about sentiment, it's about using your brain and knowing what to do. That's my issue with Lampard. He did not do the right thing at the right time. He was only doing the wrong thing at the right time. That does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's my issue with him. In terms of Ten Hag needs to be given time by United fans, because if you want to succeed, it needs time. It sincerely needs time. And if it's been given time, the actual time it needed, it will succeed, because I've seen the kind of play, the style of play he wants to implement into the team. He needs time.
Yeah. Well, any manager needs time. You don't just chuck money at something and suddenly it's gonna build the bricks for it. I mean, as the saying is, Rome wasn't built in a day. It wasn't. It took years to build it. And even with the football club, like I say, listen, you can have all the best talents on the football field, but if the things aren't right upstairs and off the football field as well, I'm talking to the highest level where the ownership's, the fans aren't exactly, taken to the ownership. Same with the people who behind the scenes with the CEO, with, directors of football, technical directors. If the fans don't take to these sort of people, there's problems. There is major problems at a football club. This is why, for example, I've always been envious of the rival football clubs around us. I've always been envious of City, not because of the oil money and what the branding that people put around Manchester City Football Club around. Well, they've got all the money, so of course you're going to be jealous. No, it's nothing along the lines of that. It's the true fan connection that the owners have, and the fans have taken to the ownership. No Manchester United fan sits on any fan channel, or even just in reality when they look at the football club as a whole and say the Glazer family do a brilliant job, because they don't. Not as a football club, as a business. If you're a businessman and you look at the Glazer family, you're taking your hat off. You take Abdullahi's hat off and you applaud them. Well done, because as a business model, they've run the football club as a business, but as a football club, they cannot run jack all.
That's my exact way, because when we talk about the takeover, we're gonna talk about later on. I'm having an issue with American owners because
We'll discuss it now if you want. Anyway, we'll go on to it now.
Because if an American owner take over, this is my fear. Are we gonna be able to compete on a consistent level year after year? Because Roman has given us success. I'm taking that. I agree. He's the best. He's giving us success. But
so long as they don't want to blow your stadium up and put an NFL stadium there,
I have an issue with
it. Why? You don't have an issue. Calm down.
My issue with Roman is
honestly, Emmy, he's sweating. He's sweating over these Saudis now. They're out of the market.
Abdullahi does not sleep, bro. This guy. 2 a.m. Abdullahi is texting me. He's like, can you imagine?
The funny part about it is
Abdullahi, try and sleep.
I love Roman because it's not so much. But my issue with Roman is the ambition as an owner. That's some certain decision Roman take, and I just laugh like, Roman, don't do this. I love that. Don't do this, because I've been saying it from day one.
Nobody's perfect.
We need a proper actual sporting director, which has not been in the club for a
No, but if you have an actual sporting director, do you think you might be this successful? The person might have his own ideas and might have a clash with how Roman wants to run the club. Roman wants to 100% run every transfer that comes in and out of the club.
Yes, I agree.
You know when Matic was supposed to go to Manchester United, we didn't want to sell him. Yeah. It was Roman that told Marina to say, hey, let this guy go. If we had a sporting director would say, why does we just bought Bakayoko at the time? We need someone that will bet in some. And Bakayoko came in injured. We need Matic as we're champions, at least before Bakayoko gets himself accustomed with the league. Matic can help, ease that way through, and there's no pressure on Bakayoko, right?
Exactly.
But guess what? Roman made the decision to sell Matic.
Yeah,
he did.
Yes. Just like Roman made the decision to let Czech join Arsenal.
Exactly. And also, he also made the decision in bringing Lampard. These are the certain decisions I don't like, because...
No, the Lampard decision was just at a time that Abdullahi, at that time, the club was too far away from the fans, right? The Sarri season, right, even though it ended successfully, it ended with a disconnect between the club and the fan. Like them booing, shouting, F Sarri ball, all those things that was happening. The club needed to reconnect with the fans. And the only way they could do that was through hiring Lampard. They knew it was not a long-term plan, right? And guess what? I'm now finding out, I'm telling you this, Abdullahi, and this is on record, exclusive. Lampard was not the coach of Chelsea.
I know.
It was Jody Morris. It's very obvious.
I know from that already.
Very, very obvious that without Jody Morris, Lampard has been crap in Everton.
Exactly. I know that already.
People
when they took over, Lampard wasn't doing anything.
He didn't have no tactical news.
Nothing.
He didn't know.
I fear for Emmy. First of all, Emmy, there's something about your voice that I know it from somewhere. I don't know where it is. I keep. It's gone off a couple of months now. I'm not quite sure.
Me?
But yeah. The voice
I love
Emmy is from this Nigeria. I know. In Lagos we have.
You see Emmy everywhere. Put it that way.
In Nigeria we have.
Don't worry, Carl. You hang out.
Anambra. Emmy is from one city that comes up like You don't know.
Oh, well,
it.
we
It
did.
was
We
under
did.
the
small Dorime.
I mean, you see Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is conk Africa, conk Nigeria, conk.
Oh yeah.
Inside. But Emi is like half white, half Nigeria.
No, I'm all white.
He's in between. The way
I'm a United Nations. I'm everywhere.
United Nations.
Quarter
The second thing is
0.25, 0.5, plenty fractions makes me,
the second thing is that I really fear for Franco. When I look at that Everton schedule, I really
I don't
fear
fear for him because I think first things first, bro. Our friends that do IT, right? Sometimes they don't know everything. Nobody knows everything in IT, right? You might just know a couple of things, and you might need someone like a subject matter expert to kind of help you, navigate your way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you've just had 1 year experience at
Derby.
at somewhere where you're not going to be asked any super questions or hey, go and lead a project. And
There's
all
no
of a sudden,
expectation, is there really, Emma?
yeah, there's no expectation in Derby. And then all of a sudden, you just say, hey, which is fine. I agree, he took the job, but he took the job because Jody Morris, who was his very good friend at the time, him and Jody Morris partnered. And I can tell people categorically, if Jody Morris was not there, I doubt they would have given Frank Lampard the job. Jody Morris, remember, he was the coach, the youth coach in Chelsea that helped Reece James, what's his name? Mount, all these guys won the UEFA Youth League. They won a lot of FA Cups. They even won the Little League. So the thing is this, right? All of a sudden, you discard this guy after you got sacked from Chelsea, which I heard, at some point you will stop listening to him. He tells me something. I understand, you want to be, you want to bamba, you want to chill with the big boys. But guy, you're not the big boys yet. You're not. You're far from the big boys. First of all, your route to getting to become a coach is flawed. Nobody just all of a sudden goes to take a Chelsea job. Well, you did well. You got top 4, but guess what? When it was now time for you to manage the squad, after spending almost £300 million, the team was ninth. Ninth after 19 games with 29 points.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where he left us. We almost didn't make Champions League this season. In fact, Tottenham helped us in the last day of the season, but we're losing games under Lampard. We conceded 57 goals in the first season under Lampard, the highest ever in Chelsea history. Since 1905, we've never conceded 57 goals in a season. Also, Lampard tagged this guy, Ariza Balaga, a total flop, killed the guy's confidence, flawed the guy's value, and just said, you know what? He's crap. Like, it was like, this guy can't be crap. Madrid almost bought this guy before they bought Courtois. He was already in Madrid, this Kepa guy. You can't just stop. There's some things you don't stop learning how to do, like how to be a good, there's some things that, okay, you know how to cook. Okay, take these ingredients, make something for us to eat. You'll be able to find something somehow that, that will come out good. You have tomatoes, you have onions, but the way Lampard is too arrogant, right? And he doesn't know it, and he doesn't want to admit he doesn't know it. Yesterday,
I think for me,
sorry, go ahead.
The penny dropped for me this weekend against Palace, that game.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Because I was like, oh man, these people are in trouble.
Oh, yeah,
they are. It was after the first 10, 15 minutes, you could see a team that went out with a plan to attack with no system, formation, nothing, no strategy. It was all just go there, high press, attack them, win.
Passion football.
And then once Palace figured out what Everton were doing,
they cut through them like
took them apart.
They cut through them like hot knife with butter on butter.
I mean, Like they were just slicing them away. Like Everton was chasing the ball for majority of that game. They couldn't get even close to Palace. This is Crystal Palace, friends. This is not Manchester City.
It
I
was.
told someone
I was like,
when they
wow,
hired
this.
Lampard, if he wins 5 games, I told Blue Eyes, if he wins 5 games, I'll
Man,
buy Blue Eyes next season's jersey, the Chelsea jersey with his name and the preferred number. He knows. He's like, the games I've been coming is like, I'm definitely losing this bet. I was very confident.
but we know what's going to happen now. I mean, you know that the media is going to protect him as much as they can.
No, but if he takes them down, it's not. This is crap protection, man, because he had enough time to keep them up.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Jesse Marsh, he's just coming. The media are already trying to kill the guy off, but the guy's
Don't mind
getting
them.
results.
The media, they don't have sense. Leeds are going to stay in the Premier League because Jesse
Yeah.
March, he's already in. You just watch them now. Like he has 2 weeks because he came in the heat of things, right? These 2 weeks, he's going to use it because most of them are not going for international. He's going to use it to drill them and get them to win at least 3 to 4 games. What we're asking Burnley or Watford to do is win 4 matches. If they win 4, anybody that wins 4 matches in that bottom 4 will stay up.
Yep.
Yeah, you just need 12 points. This season, you don't need 40 points to stay away. I think if you get to 36 points, you should be safe. Yeah. Just because of the way Norwich has dashed everybody points.
Yeah, Norwich is just
Norwich is going. Yeah. Norwich is too good for the championship, but they're too poor for the Premier League. So they'll keep going and coming.
Yeah,
Just
the
Fulham.
same with Fulham, though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, Fulham, even Sheffield. They're all coming back next season.
It's like the quandary of Mitrovic, right? Mitrovic is banging in goals in the championship.
Yeah,
Can't buy a goal in the Premier League.
Nope.
Yeah, you can't get goals in the Premier League because the Premier League is a different gravy, man.
I don't want to talk about Lampard. Tom, don't let me talk about
We're beating Lampard to death, man. The guy will be fine. The thing is, at the end of the day, I hope he knows that coaching is not for everyone. There's some careers that you go into.
Coaches don't for everyone.
You would know from day one that, bro, I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. Like, it's not the same. And right now, he's totally lost. If Everton had kept Duncan Ferguson, they would have actually had a chance to stay up.
I agree.
Yeah.
But that guy knows the core of the club. I don't know why.
Because Duncan Ferguson will play traditional Everton football, which is those wing play and actually crossing the ball to the box and telling these guys to attack and knowing the number of players that defend at the same time. He plays 4-4-2, traditional Everton football, right?
Yeah.
And that's the fabric of that club. I don't know why the fans and another thing, the fans were dumb. And that's why I like Roman Abramovich, right? You can't push Roman to hire somebody dumb. He's not going to do it. Nope.
The problem. I mean, the real problem with Everton was what I call adultery with Rafa Benitez, because the moment they signed him in the summer, I knew it was going to go downhill. Because how do you do that? You know the issues around, Benitez and Liverpool, and then you're not hiring this guy to come. It's never going to end well. It's always going to end in divorce, because you won't have the backing of the fans. They'll tolerate it, but once one result goes wrong, they're going to turn spoiled milk on the guy real quick.
Yep.
It's a shocking decision by the board.
No, I agree. And that's where you fault, of course, the board, because I was like, how do you have an attacking team? How do you hire Rafa Benitez when he's never played attacking football? Ever. He's always played on the counter attack, and his teams play a particular way. Everybody was like, no, Rafa Benitez is experienced. They need an experienced hand, just like they had Ancelotti. I was like, well, bro, Carl, they almost hired the former Porto manager
who was actually a very good coach, a young guy who won the Portuguese league and took Porto to multiple Champions League. Is it quarterfinals or second
the
round?
fans rejected him, right?
Yeah, the fans. Can you imagine at the time? The fans went to Goodison Park, painted on the walls that we don't want this guy. The guy had to come on national TV because Moshiri had already hired him, right? The owner of Everton, Moshiri, had already hired him, and he had a verbal agreement with him. And the guy came on national TV and said, I don't have anything to prove to anyone. If you question my pedigree, go and see my work. Go and see my work. My work speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And guess what? The fans will not have it. They're like the Jews that put Jesus Christ on the cross. Crucify him, crucify him. Whoa, we don't want it. Guess what? Moshiri, instead of rescuing his club, guess what he did? He granted their wishes. He said, okay, I'll go get Lampard then. And guess what? He's going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars when they go down.
Yeah, man,
And that's why I like Roman. Roman will never make such a decision. Never. If you're gone, you're gone, bro. You're gone. He's not saying, oh, Passion mentioned fans. See, it's only recently Chelsea started having English players in their team. And you look at the English players that they have in their team, they're specific kind of English players, right? They're English players that have been groomed in the winning culture of Chelsea. They're not going to buy no English boy from nowhere, though. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. I'm not saying English players are not, it's just the mentality. Mentality.
Yeah. Because, like, when you go back, my problem with Lampard is stubborn, arrogant. He's called it. You see, Lampard makes me laugh sometimes. I want my team to play like Guardiola and Klopp, and I just like this. Guardiola and Klopp. Are you seriously kidding me right now? Do you know who Guardiola is and do you know who Klopp is? You are in Cruyff system and game pressing. Both are different style of play. And I don't think Lampard understand that because you cannot tell me just because you retire from football, you've been watching football for you want to implement your system like Guardiola and Klopp. Those are massive different philosophies entirely. You don't do that. You don't do that because there's a difference between Lampard, Gerrard, and Gerrard took the right route to go into management, and I'm proud of him. Being a Chelsea fan, I keep saying it. Gerrard for me took the right route going into management and makes me proud. Watching him, I'm like, wow, what a manager. But Lampard did not take that route.
Yeah,
Lampard applied from fire to frying pan. That's what he did.
So Abdul, I'll give myself an example. So I coach kids. I have two teams. I have an under 17 team and I have an under 13 team. So for my U13 team, I have
that's nice, solid. That's good.
I have really, really great technical players. So last season, when I started
on the ice and NK Dons, Nana, hey, the team is complete.
So I have my U13 team. They're very, very technical.
Go home.
Right, and I teach them to play the kind of the Guardiola way that they're building from the back, passing through the channels, the half spaces, all that kind of stuff. But they play like that when they're playing against teams that are not as technically competent as they are. Whenever we play a team, we have a rival that's really, really good. They're a little older than my kids, and they're really technically skilled. They play a back three. I revert to a different system with less control of the ball, but I actually play a 4-4-2 and counter attack. So it all depends on who you're playing against. You can't just have one system of play based on what you're trying to put in place. You have to be able to adapt because of the talent that you have. The reason why Guardiola and Klopp can do what they do is because their talents are so highly rated. They're so technical. They can actually just play their system, and for the most games, they overcome. Are you following me?
And then also, even they have alternative systems.
Even they have alternatives. They adapt as well. They change systems.
Like Pep doesn't play the same 4-3-3 every season. Like
in fact, to that point, what Pep actually does, Emmy, is that he actually doesn't play a 4-3. He actually plays a 3-box-3. He deals with a 3, with a 2, with a 2, with a 3, and attacks with a 5.
Yeah.
Right.
3,
if the teams are sitting back, he goes 2-3-5. So there's no. People say 4-3-3, back 3. All these coaches all play the same thing generally.
Yeah.
You know,
And they know each other.
Chelsea
They know
attack with
what
five.
they play.
Chelsea
Yeah.
attack with 5, defend with 5. City attack with
Yes.
5, defend with 5.
Yeah.
Liverpool attack with 5, defend with 5. If the team
Correct.
is sitting back, Liverpool attack with almost 8 and defend with
Yep.
2.
Yep.
You know, so the principles are still the same. It's just that for each game, they vary their tactics based on the opposition.
Correct.
You know, and you learn this when you coach on the field and you in game, right? You don't have any TV to look at the whole field. Though. Your eyes are there.
You're standing there. Yeah, you're standing there right in the touchline, and you have to adopt your shape.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. All these teams, they attack with 5, defend with 5. The Abdullahi, are you?
Abdullahi is not serious, man. Abdullahi is not serious, man.
I think put dumb down, man. You know, on chop.
You must not steal my food upstairs. I'm going.
I knew that was awesome.
It's making it ever.
Are you guys talking about Frank Lampard?
Francis. Oh boy, man.
Are you talking about Frank Lampard?
Hey, that's your guy, Blue Eyes, man.
I mean, we're saying that.
My guy.
I was really worried for
Blue Eyes on palm wine. That's classic, man. Classic.
Classic, my brother. You know the rest. Yeah, I did, my brother.
Wow.
How you doing, man? Gentlemen, how I did.
Don't
You don't say, man.
Would you talk say? I mean,
the
penny dropped for me. The penny dropped for me last game that Frank played against Palace. You know, I'm watching the game. I'm like, damn, they're in trouble. We're just talking about that with Emmy about they're in trouble, man, because the guy clearly had no clue.
CFC, I see you. CFC Steven, I see you, bro. People in the comments, I see you. Yeah, man. SSB. For me, man, I've said it before, and CFC Steven knows about it. Table management. Table management 101.
Which one is table management?
He's just
what does that mean? What does that mean?
He's managing his position in the table to keep his head above water.
Oh gosh.
There are coaches out there. There are DJ Sav. There you go. You know what I mean. Mr. Table Management. There are coaches out there. You guys know better than I do. There are coaches out there who their niche is to manage a table position. And Frank Lampard. Well, come on. Where do you want me to start? Okay, I can go. Let's start with Allardyce. From Allardyce, let's go to Tony Pulis. From Tony Pulis, let's go to Alan Padu.
Wait, so you're saying he's of that ilk? Wait, time out. You're saying Frank Lampard has come from that cloth?
He's working towards that. You see, the thing, right, is you have to pick. It's like you have to pick your battles. And that win against Newcastle, remember, Burnley is doing him a very good favor. So he's managing that buffer he has between himself and Burnley. Because right now, I think he's 3 points ahead of Burnley, and he's got a game in hand.
He's got two. He's got two.
2 games in, exactly. So for him, thank you, SSB relegation specialist. Thank you. So for him, what he's working towards now is just to, if he's able to at least avoid this Titanic from happening till the end of the season, then he can have his fingerprints and footprint.
Oh, Blue Eyes, don't do him like this.
I said this to Steven. CFC Steven knows. I said this to Steven the other day. We need, like, I'm not a Frank Lampard fan. No. Even as a player, I know he's a legend, but I was never a big fan. I felt our midfield, our stealthy midfield, carried him throughout his career. He only focused on the attacking part of the game. He never did the dirty work. And I love the dirty work guys. The Mikel Obis, the Makalekes, the Essians, the Balaks, the guys who actually did the grafting, the Ramirez's, the Mireleshes. You know, these are the guys that I really enjoy watching in the midfield. So it's not like I'm here to toot his horn. All I'm saying is, I think he's taken a route and he's actually trying to pin it down. Because imagine if he had won this game now in the FA Cup. Now he has to manage 2 monsters. He has to manage 2 monsters, and then what value is it to win an FA Cup and get relegated?
Yeah, but Blue Eyes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see his press conference?
I know. Listen, all those I know.
Oh
but we all know. I know he's not a good coach. But all this guy is working towards right now, if Everton doesn't fire him, all he's working towards right now is he wants to keep his head above water.
Yeah.
steer this ship to the island. In other words, make sure they don't get relegated. And then next season, he can now, hopefully everything gives him a chance. This is where I come in. I think everything is going to give him a chance. If he can actually keep his head above water, give him a chance. Probably give him a little money. I know they don't have a lot. Maybe give him up to 50 million. Let him do some, decongest the squad. Go bring some players that he's probably going to come and poach our academy boys. He's probably going to come back and poach a lot of guys that are not sitting on good contracts at Chelsea, like what Patrick Vieira did with Crystal Palace, and then work on something potential with Everton. So yeah, man, I'm not throwing away the baby and the bathwater yet when it comes to Frank Lampard. That makes any sense?
I got Lampard. But Blue Eyes, my issue with Lampard is he's been doing this for a very long time. We've seen he does this a lot.
Yeah.
He does this a lot because my issue with him is
how does he hasn't done it a lot. He's only done it with Chelsea.
He did it in what's called Derby County too.
Yeah, but he did well. He did well at Derby County. He did well. That's why he got the job with us. I mean, he played what's his name? Bielsa.
Mm-hmm.
He played against Bielsa, right? And then
Yeah.
Bielsa beat him to qualify to get into the EPL.
Yeah.
But he tried, man, and he brought Frank. Like I said to you guys, he brought Mason Mount.
Mm-hmm.
He gave Reece James a lease in life.
Mm-hmm.
He brought Tammy Abraham. He brought Tomori. Who else? He got rid of David Luiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he won. He took us to fourth with a bunch of kids.
Yeah, he did Derby County from 6 to 6. You know that. That's not a failure. That's a failure.
Haters will always hate, man.
Relax. That's a failure. I don't see my issue. I need to be clarified on Lampard. As a football player, he's right up there. As a manager, I need to induct him. If there's another tier I need to be inducted into, Lampard need to be put in there. Because Lampard cannot tell me he wants to learn the system of Pep Guardiola, the Johan Cruyff system, and the Genge pressing when you don't even have the style of play. That's bullshit.
I know.
That's from fire to fire. Instead of going up, you're coming down. That's a total failure. You don't do that in football. You don't have the knowledge and the ability to switch up play when things are difficult. You don't have it. So you can't be telling us, I want to play Pep Guardiola system, I want to play Cruyff system. In that, with the same player you have, no, you can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that because Pep has a system, the Johan Cruyff system, he has it. He knows what they want from his player. They will listen to him because they know this one is a winner. Same thing with Klopp. Again, pressing. They will listen to him because he is Klopp.
But are you comparing Frank to these guys? No.
I'm not comparing, but that's what Lampard told us. I want to play a system with Pep Guardiola and Klopp. That is what he tell us. And I was like, are you mad? Are you smoking? Are you smoking something?
Listen, man.
Klopp and Guardiola.
Listen, Frank, what Frank Lampard is dealing with today, Abdullahi. What Frank Lampard is dealing with today is the carnage that Ancelotti created before he left. So let's not get this twisted. So this is Ancelotti's mess. Then what's his name came in? Rafa Benitez came in, and it was dog's breakfast. Nobody's dissing Rafa Benitez and them guys, and Ancelotti himself. And Frank Lampard comes in and is trying to steady the ship. He's not doing a good job. Like he's a below average coach. But don't forget about this phrase, table management.
Mm-hmm.
Table management is a skill and a half, especially at this time, at the business of end of the season. Now he can rest. He doesn't have any games. Mm-hmm. The only thing is the rest of his schedule is very rugged. Chai.
But
the rest of the schedule for him is bad. He plays us. He plays. I think he plays Liverpool. He plays West Ham.
United.
He plays
Arsenal.
Goodness.
I don't know. Because see, when people talk about Lampard, I laugh. And my issue with it, yes, as a manager, sometimes you can be stubborn with the philosophy. We know you can play the system. As a fan, we'll be like, this man is stubborn point. We know his style of play. We respect him. My problem with Lampard is you don't have a style of play and you want fans to respect you. That's a bullshit.
No, he has a style of play.
You don't know what you're doing.
Hexagonal attacking system.
Amy, anything you're saying is already coming with hate. So
No hate, no beef.
Not hate, but I know you just have an agenda against Frank Lampard.
I've already explained my reservations with Lampard, right?
DJ Sam, board management, you know it.
Oh, Oh, God.
No,
but the thing is this, right?
Yeah.
I already explained the issue, and where I see Lampard is, guy, recognize who you be. That are the first standing for man. Yeah. Recognize who you be. Mm-hmm. You are not a coach, bro. It's not that hard to see.
Coaching is not his way.
It's not for everybody. Coaching is an art. And even if you want to learn that art, like what Carl was saying, you stand on that sideline and you have to make certain decisions and tweaks constantly. You are, because how you prepared for the game might never be in the first 10 minutes. The game might not follow that pattern. It might follow a different pattern, right? So look at someone like Ancelotti even getting undressed and undressed yesterday by Xavi.
Imagine.
It tells you that nobody is above collection, my guy.
Yeah.
Collection.
If now your time, you go collect them.
Yeah, but Frank Lampard is cleaning that his collection right now at Everton.
Nobody. Collection are part of the game now. You must collect.
Part of it. You got to collect on a bad day, on a very bad day in Madrid. Ancelotti
collection.
A very renowned,
supposed to be 8-0.
All the experienced coaches in Europe currently got undressed in front of
the funny thing. See, the funny thing is talk about this thing and this collection, because I've been on both sides. I don't collect and I don't.
Collecting is allowed. If you don't collect,
I'll give you an example again from on the field.
You cannot excel, Charlie.
I'll give you an example on coaching.
Collection is allowed.
Because you get one season where I collect -8. Eh?
You don't need to tell us that -8.
Like Gary.
We know.
But the next game I gave 12 to another person. So and as a coach, you learn how to always be balanced. Are you following me? You don't celebrate too much. You don't get too depressed. You're always there because you know that the next collection is around the corner, or the next one you give somebody else around the corner. You're always in that, respecting your colleague because they're your colleague. And on any given day, anything can go wrong. Players don't show up. Somebody's sick. They're just not in the groove. The weather is not good. Something is wrong, and they can all collapse. I remember when Guardiola collected 4 for Everton. Remember that game?
Yeah,
4 or 5 years ago.
Of course.
When people collected 5 from West Brom.
Yeah.
You have to collect.
Frank Lampard collected. How much did Frank Lampard collect from Sheffield? No, I remember. You're right.
4.
You have to collect.
4.
Yeah.
Even Sally collected from Guardiola.
You have to collect to grow.
Sally collected from Guardiola.
Collection is natural. It's a natural.
When you collect, the issue is that when you collect,
it's like
do you have people around you to help you?
Go ask Gary Neville. Gary Neville collect.
Of course.
The offering people, the ushers say, "Guy, church don't close." Why Stop!
Somebody said Frank Lampard will collect from now till the end of the season.
Oh my God! Let's just be relaxed.
Arteta has been collecting since day one.
No.
See,
but the issue is that, as you know, Arteta collects, but Arteta has a structure around him to be able to at least weather the storm.
No,
the problem with Frank right now is that who is next to him.
Please, let's not make the mistake of comparing Arteta's destiny with Frank's. Arteta, what's his name? Arsenal spent close to 200 and something million in the past 12 months. So in the past calendar year.
I'll tell you that Lampard also spent 300 million, and when they bought Havertz and the rest.
But the credit he got is that he took us to 4th with a bunch of academy kids.
But Arteta will tell you that he took he took Arsenal to win the FA Cup against the same Lampard.
Yeah, but we won for that's FA Cup. You see, but we're not celebrating FA Cup. We're talking about keeping us in the champion. A year where we couldn't go to the mall shopping. Frank Lampard, when we were actually denied to do any business for an entire year, you bring in a coach that is green behind the ears, come in and you make Tammy Abraham produce 15 plus goals
in the league.
Yes, 15 plus.
But let me ask you, Blue Eyes, right?
Yeah.
So I dropped this earlier.
Yes.
Is it almost very certain, or is it close to the truth?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm very.
I know
Is
you're
it
gonna
very
just
close
say
to
it.
the truth that Jody Morris was actually Chelsea's coach?
If
And
it is,
Lampard
then
was the mouthpiece.
if it is, then Frank Lampard is brilliant because that's the way good coaches roll.
But
Is
right now
you
there's
have
no
your
Jody
main man.
Morris, and his skirts, his cut skirts are out. No rope
No,
to
but
tie the shimmy. Guys running around with balls dangling.
let me tell you guys, that win against Newcastle, that thing, I think Iwobi might have just saved that man's career.
Yes,
Probably did. Though. He did.
yes.
I think that goal, and remember, Iwobi has this thing about saving teams' destinies. Remember, he took us to the World Cup with that similar goal. Remember that
Yes.
friendly we played against Argentina before World Cup? He scored that goal against
He's in 2
Argentina.
goals on 1 goal. I mean,
Yeah, and remember what he did to what's his name? He destroyed what's his name in that game against Argentina. He has this thing about
Otamendi.
thank you, Otamendi, man, and it was almost on the same move, that same skip to my loop. Come and skip
And
with me.
you know one thing, right?
Yeah.
That Iwobi's move. Iwobi was actually supposed to be a winger. The guy came infield to make that move.
Yeah, but DCL, it was, you got to give credit to DCL. That DCL kept him on with that pass.
Yeah.
And
Was that Lampard coaching them? No. The guy
No,
made the move.
no. He has to. Lampard has to. You have to give Lampard his flowers for that game, man. Come on, down one man, and Alan, your most pivotal midfielder.
But do you blame him for losing to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup for him?
I don't blame him. Like Abdullah, didn't you hear how I started my debate? Table management. you don't get what I'm saying.
Nah.
Table management is an art. It's an art whereby you're juggling chainsaws till the end of the season. That is table management. It is only the
coaches. That means at the end of the season, you'll have cut all your hands, all your limbs, everything will have been gone.
Exactly. Well, then we'll know who is who. At the end, if you can end up with one, some people end up with three chainsaws. The real rugged men end up with 3 chainsaws, and like you said, Amy, some people end up with no hands, and then some people will have one.
I just think that if this guy gets Everton relegated, which I don't think so, because this season you can actually get 33 points and stay in the Premier League. And where is
because
he now? How poor he's down there.
What is he? 27 or 24?
It's 25. He's 25.
Exactly.
That's 25 because he won against Newcastle.
Exactly, 25. So he's 6 points shy. So right now, he's at the rest of his games. I think he has 1 win and 1 tie left. Maybe 1 win and 1 tie.
He plays Watford. That's going to be a final.
Yeah, thank you. Oh no, Emmy, Burnley. That's the game to watch this season. Hi, Everton Burnley. Now that not die.
Oh,
that is
wait. Does Everton
when is that game?
Burnley?
When is that game?
That game is coming up. That's the battle of collection.
They lie. The guy is still playing Burnley. Nah, lie.
Jesus. It's coming up after the international break. That game is the game, ladies and gentlemen.
West Ham
the game to watch this. No. Everton Burnley is the game to watch this season, gentlemen.
Hey, Chineke,
this game not die.
This next 3 games are a real problem.
The problem, the battle of collection.
And they are all the first 2 are away, right?
Yeah.
West Ham away is a rugged place to go to. West Ham is looking to stay in Europe.
No, but West Ham looks shaky right now. That's my problem.
No, they're doing well in the Europa League, but playing rubbish in the Premier League.
Man, meanwhile, but West Ham, man, that Declan Rice guy, the guy is good though.
He's very good, but he was shitty yesterday, no?
After the Europa League game now, that means you expected that performance because
But you can't do that though if you want to be a top player, right?
It's hard. I mean, it's literally
I watched that game. I watched that game because I was hoping to come here and give Declan Rice his flowers, but he didn't give me a chance.
You know, the thing about this thing is that
they played
Tottenham Hotspur.
They literally relied on
this guy. This guy took care of Declan Rice. Højbjerg and
no, the guy who took care of Declan Rice yesterday. You know who he was?
Bentancur.
Bentancur, Badagai.
Yeah,
oh, you know ball.
Bentancur.
Guys, watch that guy, man. Rodrigo Bentancur. That guy. You see what he did to Pogba against Tottenham? I don't know, against Man U. Did you watch that game?
I do.
I've been keeping an eye on that boy. I'm like, this boy is going to be a bad son, man.
Yeah, Conte is using it very well. Central.
Very
And this guy called Kulusevski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kulusevski
He's
is
looking nice.
No,
is
but for
20,
me, guys,
is
ladies and
21 or
Yeah.
22. But the way Kulusevski and Son and Kane are mixed,
Mhm.
they're going to give Arsenal a run for their money, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing Kulusevski, the only thing I don't like about Kulusevski, but that's just me
It's
personally.
not the game down a little bit.
No. He's a one-leg wonder. He only has. He's a left player that. Yeah, I don't like one-leg wonders. I like even if you're a one-leg wonder, put the ball in the
Oh,
middle
he's
of
23.
No,
Oh,
I
thank
see.
you,
You are
Albert.
saying it's one leg
Thank
wonder.
you,
What
Albert.
about Hakim Ziyech? Who can use the right foot?
But how many times have I complained about Hakim Ziyech?
Yeah,
Can
shine
we-
touch,
can we-
shine touch.
Can we please talk about somebody, please? Hurricane!
Come on, that Hurricane pass to Son.
Count.
Jesus Christ.
Three
I want to
assists.
talk about something.
Blue
I want
eyes.
to talk about
3
something.
assists,
Before we go
guys.
ahead.
Blue eyes. You
That
know,
guy-
the
that
thing
guy-
about
that
Hurricane,
guy-
eh?
But let me
very-
ask you a question, Blue
Guys,
Eyes, right?
please.
Why?
That guy, we need to give him his flag. Like we know, there's nobody should ever disrespect that guy. I can't believe I'm saying this about a sports player.
Blue eyes. You know the problem with Hurricane is that it's unfortunate.
There's a
right?
problem,
It's sad. It's sad and unfortunate that due to his lack of character, right, he's going to be in the club and win nothing due to his own stupidity. That's the sad part. Upon all the assists and all the goals and all the hype, he ain't winning jack. And he's going to end up being a Tottenham legend without winning a single thing in his career.
Yeah, but what's his name? What's the name of Newcastle legend that stifled Amo?
Alan Shearer.
Yeah, I know he won a Blackburn, but Alan
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Shearer-
won a
Blackburn.
Blackburn. He won a
He won. He won.
Twice.
he won. I know.
FA Cup too.
He won.
But wait, guys, wait.
Remember, Newcastle used to be a very good team. They had aspirations.
Of course.
Yeah, they were going to the
Well,
Champions
this
League.
is- Guys, this
You
is
know,
my
Kane,
issue with
Kane
Hurricane.
reminds me
My
of
issue.
the guy that he has all the skill and all the talent. He feed, all the monkey skills, but he doesn't believe that he's good enough to leave Tottenham.
Yeah.
No, una no one shit. No. Carl, una no one shit.
Carl,
You guys
Carl,
didn't
hold
want
on,
to shake
hold on,
body.
Carl.
Blue eyes are true.
Man City
Blue
no one shake
Can
body,
you
man.
hang
Guys,
Tottenham on that
I
guy's
saw
back
something-
and say,
guys,
okay,
guys,
carry that team and run?
No, I saw some.
You mean, with
Tottenham,
Hurricane,
man. It's Tottenham.
Yeah.
it's
I saw
Tottenham,
it,
man.
guys.
Thank
Wait,
you, Nana.
I saw a
It's
report.
Tottenham,
I don't
man.
want to blame
Oh,
that
Nana,
report
Charlie.
until-
Hey.
Everyone
Hey.
is bigger than God. That's bigger than God.
Because I saw a report. I don't want to believe that report. And the report says, I think if Hurricane goes in the summer, then because I think if it depends on the manager of United, and I'm hearing Ten Hag could be the manager of
He's
Manchester
not going
United.
then.
I
He's
think
not
Ten
going
Hag.
there.
So if Ten Hag becomes the manager,
Not Emmy, sorry, I'm lying.
See, let me
Kane
just say
isn't going
something,
anywhere.
like,
He's not going anywhere.
the guy ain't going. See, with Conte, if they keep Conte and they back Conte, he's better off with Conte than going to United, because United are not winning nothing anytime soon. No joke.
Yeah.
I know put water for mouth. I did tell you. It's very, very, very,
now
very,
Hurricane
very
is
clear.
stuck. Now he's stuck.
Right now, Spurs is closer to even getting to Champions. What if they get to Champions League?
Exactly.
Even if they don't, Emmy, I think Tottenham's a better situation right now in the next 2-3 years anyway.
Manchester United
Yeah,
is
100%.
oh boy, it's
Listen,
a,
man.
it's a,
For
it's
the
a
sake of
cascade
football, for the
it's a
sake of
cascade
football and the love
crisis, though. Yeah,
and the love of the game, we just got to give Hurricane. Carl, you're absolutely right. There's an element of a lack of self-belief in maybe the fact that he still plays for Tottenham. But man, what this gentleman has been able to produce in the striking role.
But
is-
Blue Eyes, let me ask you a
is-
question. now.
There's
It's
no
like-
doubt. I think for me, Blue Eyes, my own issue is that if you're going to go to Gary Neville on Sky Sports and you talk about leaving, even name your price, then be prepared to burn the bridge. You ain't going back. But the moment you try to go back, then you've lost all credibility, in my opinion. Once
But
you
Man
like
City-
the top,
But you
and
guys,
going
like
out there,
Tosin
making
said,
it
you
public.
guys pump faked. Carl, you guys pump faked. That was a pump
No,
fake.
it wasn't that. It wasn't. I tell you what happened, right? City actually offered Tottenham 150 million for Harry Kane, but Dan Levy wasn't picking up the phone. He didn't. Dan Levy doesn't want to sell to City. He'll sell to United. He will sell to United. Heck, he'll sell to Chelsea, but he won't sell to City because it's not about money; it's about politics. So then the question now is for
Yeah,
Harry
he's a
Kane.
politician, man. He's a politician.
If you won't pick up the phone for City, I'm not picking up your phone. I'm not returning back to training because I'm done with you. We talked
So
about this. We had an agreement.
How did Walker? How did Walker end at City?
Oh, Walker not green now.
Walker
Walker said, "I ain't
at the
playing."
time,
He's gone.
Walker was the most expensive fullback in Europe.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
okay.
50
So,
million
but how
pounds
did
cash.
he end up at City? I need an explanation. How?
Walker disagreed to go return back to training. He didn't go back to training. He said, I'm done. I'm moving on.
You know how
You
much
have to go
they're paying
AWOL.
Walker?
You have to
You know
go
how much they're
AWOL,
paying
man.
Walker?
It was
They're
like 50
paying
million,
Walker
right?
50,000 pounds
50
per
million.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walker went
Blue
for
Eyes,
50
man. He
million,
has to
I
go
remember.
AWOL. He can't pick up the phone. To go completely
Yeah, you
AWOL.
can't.
No, but
And even then, he might not
Harry
leave.
Kane. No, but Nana, you're right. But Harry Kane can't go AWOL when you have the fans on you. When you're with the
Yeah,
fans.
see, but Blue Eye, that's the problem.
That's the
He wants to be
problem.
friends with the fans. That's the problem. He wants to be friends with the fans. He doesn't want to quote unquote spoil his legacy with the fans. But then, what
Leave
cost?
legacy, na Bele they talk. Oh.
You say?
I say leave legacy. Last, na Bele.
True.
Nah, he
True.
need
Na
bottom
Bele
line.
talk, my brother.
That boy's
Bottom
Bele
line.
they talk.
Ah, at the end of
But
the day,
how much is he collecting now, at Spurs?
200K a week.
200K.
Nah,
200K.
that guy. Yeah. What a
On Salah, on
Joy
code,
to
see,
watch, man.
on code, guys. Mohamed Salah is
100.
available. Yeah, he's available this summer on code. His deal is ending next year, and he has refused to sign a new contract.
So it's available this summer.
Because
Yeah.
he's going to
Let's
Real
get
Madrid.
him. Let's get him.
Because
Let's
he's
get
going
him.
to Real
He's
Madrid.
available. No, I don't want. No, I'd rather go get Dembele.
I don't want Salah.
Hey, Emmy. Oh.
No,
I don't want Salah.
I'll go get Dembele. Did you see
I don't
what
want
Wow.
There's one-
No, explain. No, you guys need to explain the reasoning
Okay, let me
behind.
tell you why I don't
explain.
want Salah. Hold on, Mr. Enke. See,
got to prove it.
you see, one thing about Salah is, I know Salah is good, but on a technical level, I'm gonna take Ousmane Dembele ahead of Salah. When this is hard in a if a team is kind of playing that stupid what's called pack the balls, whatever they're gonna call it, I trust Dembele when he's fit to kill a position than Salah. Salah can get booted out of the
Okay, here's the
team.
thing. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
I'm like, here's the thing. Sorry, I get what to a small degree, I get what you're saying. But every time I come in here, which rightfully so, we complain about the lack of goals. Right? I thought it was lack of, and I know Blue Eyes says it's by committee, I get all of that. But we complain about the lack of goals. So I'm seeing Salah, I'm saying surely he would solve our goal problem, right? Or,
No, if you play Kayava, no goal issue. But if you play that bomb as Lukaku, you're gonna have an issue with goals. That's it. That's not the issue. If you buy Dembele and Kayava together, you're gonna score 4 or 5 goals in a match. He's gonna assist, and he will assist. He will. So, Havertz can move into
I
position.
respect Dembele. I was a bit harsh on Dembele earlier, but
Ousmane Dembele will kill a position 1-on-1. It will make an assist.
how many Premier League games will he play?
If he's fit, Dembele will play 38 matches. If he's fit. If he's fit.
Yeah, but I'm lying.
Dembele is on Mali. He's on Mali. He's on Mali.
Of course, Dembele play. He's that good of a player.
African.
He's
Out
that
the line.
good.
Forget all those things that happened to me in Barcelona. It's all all those things were just based on the boy was reckless with his life. He was a young kid earning 250K a week. What did you expect? 18-year-old, 19-year-old. And when the guy was living vida loca, man, in Barcelona, where everywhere is warm, you can go out at night, carry anybody you want. No. Too much money for a small boy. So the guy lost it. But now I think he's settled. He's married. He has a family. He's changed his life.
Okay,
I think if he comes to Chelsea, Tuchel helped him, to move from Ron to Dortmund the other day. So
okay, Emmy, I have 2 questions actually. Number one, I would like you're funny. You're funny, but let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a question. Okay, Dembele, right? Here's my thing. Okay, what is the chance that he leaves Barcelona now? Because now Barcelona is looking up. It's looking up. It's looking like it's a nice situation. What's the chances he stays? Is there a chance he stays?
It's 2 things for me. 2 things, like I said to Dembele when I was watching his match. It's 2 things for me. What is his ambition? Does he think Barcelona is gonna win in the next 2-3 years, or does he want to get a higher pay in Barcelona? Because Barcelona are already telling him we're not gonna pay you less than what we are paying you. That's number one. And number two, does Dembele believe this crop of team right now can win, can challenge or win it a title. That is should be that. If those two things doesn't work, he will leave regardless of how
I think he's an
he will leave.
ambitious guy, yeah.
Ambitious, he will leave
title,
because
right?
player needs to have an ambition. See, they have to like have a proof that I've won something.
I think he also wants to, start, right? He wants to be guaranteed starter. And then also he's at that point now where he's 24, 25, right? 24, 25.
He's 24.
Let me just tell you, Nana, there is no other double-leg winger in Europe better than this guy.
Ousmane Dembele.
None.
When I agree. I agree with that.
Sorry, say that again. Say that again. Say that again, Amy.
So
what did you say?
There is no better double-legged winger than Ousmane Dembele in Europe currently. When I say double-legged, it means the guy can cut right, shoot without any wahala. Turn left, cut you left, shoot, the same effect on the ball. Like, he doesn't have a preferred leg. That guy, he uses both legs, and his ability to dribble on the run and create still is very, very unique. That boy is very gifted. He just needs the right coach. Man. He just needs the right coach. See, if Chelsea gets Dybala and Dembele, it's nights out. Man, we're gonna smoke. We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook. I think so.
Hey,
I have one option. I don't ask for too much. Just give me Ra. You know who Ra?
I was gonna say that. Shout out Chuku Omen. Shout him out because he looked nice against PSG. So shout out.
You mean Tobechuka?
No, but I just need one player. Ra! You know who that is?
Chouameni wanted to kill PSG yesterday. Oh my god. At some point, I was like, stop the match.
Declan Rice, man. No. Declan Rice.
You know what?
Yesterday,
yesterday Chouameni played as a lone DM. They played 4-1-4-1. He was the lone DM. He was bossing the midfield.
Of course, it's easy to boss. It's easy to boss Verratti. You know, Verratti is not really. It's easy to boss Verratti. Verratti is a party guy.
You want to start World War III?
No. Verratti is a party guy. He's a party guy. He's not really. He's a creator. You can boss him. Like he will sacrifice that to punish you. That's Verratti. I don't know if you understand. Verratti. You know, say Verratti the bars. He smokes. Now bad boy.
Guys, it also depends on the new owners. It also depends on the new owners. Also the right players.
Ownership.
Anyways, for me, guys, you guys are talking about Dembele, and you actually just sold me on the 2-leg thing, but I just want one player, and I mentioned him. His name is Ra.
That's Sterling.
No, Sterling.
Oh, Rice.
Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling's salary is too high. 350 already. He's moving.
Too high.
Yeah.
That guy. Ra.
I would say we would have to decrease his wage. I'm all about the guy getting his bread, though. But we would have to decrease
that guy's bread sustains a lot of Jamaicans in North London, bro.
Yeah, man. Don't worry. I'm there. Don't worry.
Can you give us gas?
Please give us Ra.
Well, think about Raz is that when Raz
is on form, he's Ra. No us. And then just
when Sterling is on form, right? He's unstoppable. The problem with Sterling is like, are you going to be consistent? Right, that's the issue. And then when you're 1v1 with the keeper, are you going to finish it?
We can be consistent. Too much jerk chicken, man. Too much jerk.
But you know the thing about Raheem, right? I'm surprised you didn't. I'm surprised you didn't talk about this, Carl. Is even though he misses his chances, he creates chances for himself. He's always in the real estate to score. So for him, he needs what's the best way to put it? Like in 5 games, he probably needs 10 chances to score 2. But
Jesus Christ, it's not supposed to make me over.
Think about Raheem. If Raheem has a center forward to play with, he's unstoppable. When you have to play him in a false nine system, he's good at creating the options.
If he plays with Kai, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Look at what? Look at Madu.
Oh my gosh, Blue Eyes! The 180 you're doing right now, man, it's up.
I said Kai. I didn't say Lukaku. I said Kai. You mean Kai?
But Kai's
Guys,
not.
did
Kai's
you say
not.
Luka Modric?
He's not a center
Did you say
forward
Luka
now.
Modric?
He's a false
Yeah,
nine.
but Kai brings
Yeah,
people
he's a
along.
first
Kai
niner.
can bring.
Yeah, but it's not a traditional. I mean, I'm talking about traditional.
Yeah,
number nine.
thank
That's
you.
what Raheem
Thank you,
really-
Colin.
Yeah,
That's all.
guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no worries.
That's when he really thrives. When he has like a traditional number nine. In fact, his best season when he played Aguero and Sane, it was unstoppable. But once you switch your false nine system, he has to do many things at once. He has to create, he has to score, he has to be in a position, and he doesn't have the thinking speed to be able to do that in the box. That's why he misses 1v1s so easily. Yeah, but if it's with the traditional,
How
number
many
nine,
goals has he scored this season?
he scored about maybe 10 or 15 this season.
Yeah, Sterling.
Without a
Sterling
traditional
will
nine.
always have nice stats.
Without a
That's
traditional
Mahrez
nine.
has scored
Sterling.
22, right? But Mahrez has scored 22. So he
Yo,
compared,
but
you know.
yeah, but we're talking about wingers here. We're not talking about strikers. We're talking
Yeah, well,
about
Mahrez is a
inverted
winger too,
wingers.
right? He's
Exactly.
an inverted winger.
Yeah. So, but if you look
Sterling's
at
got 10. Sterling and Morris both have 10.
exactly,
Yes,
they both have.
Mahrez has 22 for the whole in all competitions this season.
What
Oh,
about- what
I
about
was sorry. I was
what
talking
about Sterling
strictly
in all
Premier League.
comps?
Sorry.
What about Sterling in all comps?
Much probably like maybe 15 or so, probably.
In a season where he didn't even play as much as Raheem, as much as Mahrez. And then if you look at
they both get their shine.
Raheem don't get
exactly,
me wrong,
and if you look at career goals for City, if you look at Raz career goals for City, can you check?
Yeah,
Blue Eyes, when did you turn into a stat merchant like this, man?
No. I'm just.
But let me
the thing
explain
I
what
don't think
what
I don't
mean.
think Rad gets his flowers.
Let me explain
man.
what I
Rad
mean.
doesn't get his flowers, man.
I watch this guy every week, right? The problem with Raheem is that Raheem would have double goals right now if he was efficient in front of goal, right? Out of 10 chances, he may convert 2.
Exactly.
Right, 2 great chances, but he could have somebody else make it. Kane would have converted like 7 or 8, or Haaland would have converted like 7 or 8. That's the issue. He creates, but then when he's one-on-one with the keeper,
No, but if you look at it that way, then you pigeonhole him. Because the way you started is Raz's problem. No, it's not about it's not about what he can't do. Let's talk about what he can do, and then we can do a comparative analysis.
I know what he can do. But
okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what he can do. But we already know because
the problem you're gonna have if you get Raheem Sterling is one of consistency. The frustrating things that the way it frustrates Guardiola, and Guardiola says all this time, is that it's in his head. It's his head.
No, but
in his
Carl,
head,
you're missing it. Carl, you're missing it. If we have another player in Raheem Sterling's ilk that can produce 10 to 15 goals a season, that's more than enough cherry on the cake.
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough to get you over the line. That's the issue.
No, but it's not, listen, because we have like Nana said, the way we score is based on a committee structure. We don't need.
But my point is, it's not enough to get you over the line. You want somebody who's
it's not that it's not enough. If he gives us 15, and Kai Havertz,
still not going to be enough.
Still not going to be enough. Hold on. If he gives us 15, and Kai Havertz gives us 15, and Mason Mount gives us 12, and who else?
The problem is efficiency.
There's no problem there.
The problem is efficiency. It's efficiency in front of the goal.
No,
Champions League final, you're 1-1 with the keeper, you miss your goal. Against Leon, you're 1-1 with the keeper.
This could be the difference in the game.
Right? It's efficiency.
It does, but we can't look at it that
trust
way.
Me, I like Raheem Sterling, right?
Yeah.
My challenge with him is, dude, come on, in your head, sort your head out. 1-on-1 with the keeper, you shouldn't be missing. Yeah. Right? The reason why you're dropped for the quarterfinal and the semifinal is because you're not efficient enough in front of goal.
But he played. But he starts for England.
Let's look for example, right?
Maguire stars Blue Eyes. Don't do this.
No. Raheem starts for England when there's bigger strikers in England than Raheem. Raheem starts for England day out, and he scores.
But in the big game, what happened in the big game against Italy?
Everybody had a bad game.
Blue Eyes
had a bad game. No, listen, guys. No, guys.
I love Raheem Sterling. Don't get it twisted.
Let me tell you something, guys. Simple. Just to Carl, I hear what you're basically what you're doing is a forensic analysis of Raheem Sterling, and I get it. I understand. He frustrates me too. I've been following him since Liverpool days, or is it since Crystal Palace? Before he went to what team was he before he went to Liverpool?
QPR.
Palace, right?
Yes,
QPR. Sorry, since QPR days. Thank you, Loftus Road. I've been following him since then. So For me, I'm looking at Raheem Sterling for the little he can do because of the way we set up. Our team is, we need you to do a little to produce a lot. And that's why I need Raheem, because he knows we can bring him into a team where he can give us a niche production. I don't need him to come and give me.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. Blue, let me tell you
sure.
what will happen is that you're in the final of a cup or a league game. You need to go goals, right? Raheem gets one-on-one, he's going to miss. The whole fan base will turn
but
on
we're
him.
not relying on him. We're not relying on
I'm
just
telling
Raheem.
you, he'll find himself the opportunity. He'll become another Timo Werner. I'm telling you right now.
No, but it's okay. It's okay, because you know what? If Raheem misses that goal, right? I bet you behind that missed goal, he has 15 that he has already scored.
Yeah, but he could have scored 25 or 30 and get you over the line. That's
Fine,
the issue.
but the problem is we have guys missing goals and only have 3 goals behind their production for the season. That's the problem.
So let's put it this way: if a player is going to be one-on-one with the keeper and it's between Foden and Raheem Sterling, who am I picking? I'm picking Foden.
I'm going with Raheem, man.
Oh no, you're missing.
No.
I'm going with
No. I'm going for Foden every day. Why? Because he'll finish it. He will bury it.
No. Listen, right? Foden. Come on, man. Why are we disrespecting Raheem Sterling like this?
No.
Hold on. You're not comparing him to Foden.
What I'm saying is that in the build-up play, Raheem is very, very good.
I'm not part of this debate.
In the build-up play, he's very, very good. But where we need the finishing, the mental finishing, the ability to. Yesterday's game against Southampton, okay? That goal that Foden scores, Raheem doesn't score that goal.
He doesn't.
Because it's all about finishing. It's about in that box, take the shot, no mercy. No mercy. Now, if it's tapping, if it's
okay, you know what? Let me ask you a question. Why don't you educate us on what Raheem can do? I'm curious.
He's very, very good in the build-up play. He knows how to create space. He knows how to take on a defender 1v1, especially on the right-hand side. He's fantastic at that. He's good at arriving in the box. When you lay the ball to him, he scores the goal. Right?
Perfect. Okay, so
almost instinctively.
Second question.
Yeah.
In the past 5 years, all career goals, all Man City players, tell me top 3. Top 3 in the past 5 years.
Aguero is there. Raheem is there. Right? Sane is there.
Who is there?
Leroy Sane is there.
Where is Raheem positioned? I want to know where Raheem is positioned in goal production.
If you give me a choice right now of Leroy Sane versus Raheem Sterling, I'm taking Leroy Sane.
Okay. I hear you. No, but I asked you
why? You know why? Because in the box, there's nobody better.
Foden,
Sane, they finish. Now, the build-up play, I agree with you. The build-up play, Raheem is very good at building up play. But we have Bernardo Silva, we have Kevin De Bruyne, we have Rodri, we have Gundogan to build up.
No. You see the problem with this your debate. As soon as you say something that Raheem Sterling can do, then you talk about 10 other people that can do it.
Because
the
reason I'm saying that is because right now we don't have a number 9, which means that our forwards, left and right, have to be scoring goals, right? It has to be clinical. That's the issue.
So can we have him, please? You guys don't need him. That's what I'm saying. You don't need him. You're proving to us. No.
Listen,
go ahead.
If you want to have him, you can have him for
because you're proving to us right now, Carl. What you're saying to me right now is that Raheem is surplus to requirements.
I don't think it gets you anywhere further. That's my issue.
No, but he's surplus to requirements for you guys, correct?
Right now, it doesn't start. It's not in the best 11 right now.
No, but you're not answering my question. Is Raheem Sterling surplus to requirements for?
He's not in the first 11 right now.
Yeah,
you're not answering the question. You're not answering the question.
If he's not in the first 11, then he's not a first team player.
No, but is he surplus to requirements? Is he?
Yeah, he's surplus.
He's surplus to requirements. That's what you're saying. So,
if you want him, bring your 50-60 million. You can have him. That's not a problem.
Hey, man, I would personally.
I'm just waiting for the owner to be confirmed, so I'll know the player I'm buying this.
Seriously, if you want 50-60 million, you can have him.
I know. For me, you know what I like about Raheem? He sees trouble and he gets in there. That's all I need. I don't even need this goal scoring.
See, Blue, I don't disagree with you. What my only issue, my frustration with him is in front of the goal. If you want to be a world-class striker, you cannot be missing one.
He's not a striker, guys.
If you want to be a world-class forward, you cannot be missing goals. If your team is going to play a false 9 system, which Chelsea wants to play, Raheem Sterling will frustrate the hell out of you because he will miss the most obvious
he's not going to
goal.
play false 9 for us. He's going to play behind. It's going to be Kai at the Cardinal, and then somebody like Raheem Sterling and Mason Mount behind
Yeah, but
him.
Kai Havertz is not the number 9. It's not the traditional number 9.
That's what I'm saying. Is let me talk. Let me talk. You've talked about Man City. Okay, hold on. Let me talk about Chelsea now. You've talked about Man City. Let me tell you how we operate. Okay, so at the cardinal point, right? You see Kai Havertz, but it doesn't mean because you see Kai Havertz at the cardinal point, it doesn't mean he's a striker. He's a false nine. There's a way Kai Havertz.
Yeah, but that's my point exactly.
Exactly. So when we have
Raheem
somebody
playing a false nine system, you're going to be frustrated because his delivery will not be as efficient as you want your forward players.
Listen, Kai Havertz, Raheem. Let me finish now. Raheem is better than Callum Hudson-Odoi. Raheem is better than what's his name? Hakim Ziyech. Raheem is 10 times better than Timo Werner. Raheem is 10 times better than Mason Mount. Raheem is 10 times better than Romelu Lukaku.
Jesus Christ!
Do you want me to go through my team?
Blue eyes, breathe. Oga, breathe.
You want me to go through my team? No, I'm trying to tell you.
The problem you're going to have, right? See, my only issue is that.
Talk about how.
If you're looking for somebody to help you in the build-up play, he's fantastic. You're looking for goals, right? Goals to finish the game.
We're just looking for that ruggedity, that EPL.
Let me say something about it.
No. Anytime we talk about this is you know what I noticed with people that have a problem with Raheem. The same. It's like they're preaching to their own choir.
The problem with it. Let me explain.
Right?
This is the problem with Raheem Sterling.
This is the guy that we know his strengths. When Raheem's on the ball and is going towards goal, we know if he's going to score.
Okay, I want to talk about Raheem's strengths. Please let's talk, because if we were
his strengths are he's a fantastic in the build-up.
No, but he's historically he's one of your highest goal scorers in the history of Man City.
And how long has he been there for?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
You know why? Because when you're talking about somebody like this, you wouldn't even. This guy has created history at Man City.
No, he has. He deserves credit. He has.
I'm not saying that
why,
he has created
why are we
history.
talking about Raheem like this, man?
Because there's so much more that he could have done. Right? So much more he could have done.
You know that? Okay, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
Let me explain to you. Let me ask you a question, right? Why does Guardiola, when Guardiola is asked about Raheem all the time, why does Guardiola keep saying it's in his head, it's in his head, it's in his head? What does he mean by that?
Listen, what if Guardiola tells me good morning, I'll go and check outside to make sure it's in the morning.
No. Let's talk.
I will go look through the window. This is
the reason why he says that is because when it comes, I'll give you an example. Champions League final last year, right? Yes. Guardiola sacrificed Rodri and Fernandinho to get Raheem in the game. Yeah. Sacrificed those two players. And what happened? 1v1 versus Mendy, he misses.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Carl. Carl, let me ask you a question.
You play a Lewandowski or a Kai Havertz or somebody who can finish.
I like that picture. No, I hear you. But let me ask you a question, Carl. Do you think Didier Drogba could have done better?
Than what?
Than what he did for Chelsea? Do you think there was room for improvement in Didier Drogba's overall game? Because I watched him, I know what his weaknesses were, but I never talk about his weaknesses.
Definitely, but I'm not saying that. See, I'm not saying that Rangnick is a great player.
Who says this?
What I'm saying to you is that if you're expecting this guy to carry you over the line to a title,
but did you hear what I said?
Gonna do it.
But did you hear what I said? But how can you just condemn somebody when he hasn't even tried? Like, I don't understand this kind of.
One minute. Time out.
What I'm not condemning him. What I'm telling you is what I've seen.
Have you seen him in a blue?
I watch this guy.
You haven't seen him in blue, and you're already telling us he's not going to work. Nah.
I watch this guy every week.
I see this guy. But
right?
Scouting.
I'm telling you that his weakness, right? He's very strong in certain areas.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a complete team, right, to finish the chances that we create, he will seldom let you down without finishing. I'm just telling you. There's a reason why in the big games, right? Liverpool, United, this guy doesn't play. Somebody else plays. There's a reason why.
Ask your question.
I want to say something, Carl. I want to say something. I think.
Go ahead, guys.
I want to say something. I agree with what you said, Carl, and I've was telling to both in Liverpool and both in Man City. But I have a but in it, and my but is, that this makes me come to blue eyes. because people argue about you cannot improve on players. I have this feeling, even if Raheem comes to Chelsea, I have the feeling that in Chelsea he will be more focused and his brain will be all right. Because now,
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
agree,
let me
Abdullah. You know
finish.
why? You know why?
Thank you.
You know why I don't agree,
Thank you.
Abdullah? Because you're not focused on Guardiola, you can't be focused on anybody else. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know. Because I also have this feeling.
can't be.
Carl,
That's
bottom
true.
line, you don't like
Let me finish
like
talking, let me
Raheem,
finish
man.
talking.
Carl, now I
No,
think
Abdullah,
no,
see,
you don't
listen,
like Raheem.
listen,
Nah,
I
nah,
like the
nah.
guy.
Let me
Carl,
round
you're
up for
doing too
something.
much,
I'm
man.
going
Let me
See,
explain, man. I
you
like the
know
guy.
what?
Don't
In
get
the
me wrong.
past
I
1
like
hour,
the guy.
you haven't said
Let me finish.
anything.
I've fought
Hold on,
many
Carl. Let me say
battles, right,
something.
on this guy's
You
side.
haven't said
My
one thing.
problem with him,
You see,
my
you always
problem
go
with
to
him.
his problem. Forget about his problem. I want his
No, we can't
scouting.
forget about his
Robin,
problem.
guys.
I know,
Robin,
You
let
can't
me
forget about
let
the
me ask you a
problem.
question
The
first. Let
talent.
me ask you a
I
question
know
first.
his problems. I
See,
know
let
his
me-
problems.
the reason why you focus on the problem is because you know there's room for improvement.
I
Right?
know, but I know his
But you have
problems.
to
And
fix to become a world class
Yeah.
forward, right?
Yeah.
You have to focus on your issues, and he's too inconsistent in that. He's
listen,
too
there's
inconsistent.
nothing to focus on. This guy is 26. He's seasoned. Right now, I will work with what he can give me. I don't care about what he can,
What
whatever
I'm telling
the
you,
ceiling
Blue
is.
Eyes, he's
There's
not
no
going
other
to be
ceiling.
enough to get you over the line. I'm
But
telling you,
how? How do you know this? Are you part of his
because
scouting
I've
report?
known him for
Wait,
6
Carl,
years. I've
Carl,
watched
let me ask you
every
a
game he's played for
question.
6
Yeah,
Carl,
years.
let
I
me ask you a
watched him
question.
He's
too,
not going to be
bro.
good enough to
Carl,
get you
let me-
over the
bro.
line. You can
I
have
watched
him for all you
too, bro.
want. You can have him.
How can a guy that sucks be your, if not the second best goal scorer, who is not a striker for Man City in
Because
history?
we are a complete balanced team. We don't rely on one person alone.
But
That's
still,
the thing. We
but
don't rely on him alone.
the goals he has produced has put Man City on the
Oh,
map.
gosh. Listen,
1 minute, 1 minute. Blue eyes,
Dembaba
blue eyes,
produces
blue
goal
eyes.
as well for Galatasaray. Doesn't mean he's the best player, right?
No,
We
no,
know
no,
this
no,
guy.
no,
We know
no,
what he
no,
can
no.
produce. What we're saying is that in
No,
the
no, but
last
if you want to
third,
tell, if you
in
want
the
to talk to
final
me about,
third, in the
you know
final
what?
third,
Give me a 20-minute pitch on the best things that Raheem can do. Forget. I
just
don't want to hear
told you,
problem.
his
No, you're
build-up
only
play
saying
is
one
fantastic.
thing.
Listen, there are two things. His
Yeah.
build-up play is fantastic. He arrives in the box right on cue. The problem you have with it, that
You
when it's
go
time
to
to
the
convert,
problem again.
because it's part of this. It's part of the solution, right? Is when he arrives there and he's 1v1 with the keeper,
He misses.
he most times will fluff his lines. You cannot have that in a high-performing team when you're chasing down Liverpool. You cannot
Kai
have
Havertz,
that when you're playing against Bayern Munich.
how many chances
You
does
can't
Kai
have that when
Havertz
you're playing
fluff?
a one-off game against Chelsea in the Champions League final,
But
against Lyon.
How many chances does Kai Havertz fluff?
Trust me, if this guy had it, if
Oh,
Kai
don't do this now.
if Kai
Don't
had
do
the
this
same
now,
chances that
please.
this guy
I'm
has,
just asking a simple question. How many chances? And I'm talking from a
No,
Chelsea
blue eyes,
perspective.
don't do
I don't
this
think
now.
you watched-
No, no,
I
no,
don't think you watched Kai
see,
Havertz at Chelsea.
if
Robin,
Kai
Paul,
Havertz had the
Paul, let
amount
me
of
ask you a question.
chances,
Yeah.
if Kai Havertz had the amount of chances that this guy has, Kai Havertz score more goals. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
but Kai Havertz has
Because
only
in
played
front
for
of
Chelsea
goal,
for one and a half
front-
seasons, man.
in front of goal, right?
No,
in
man.
front of goal,
Listen,
in front
is
of
anybody
goal,
here
right?
good with stats? You know what? I need someone.
Wait, I'm lying. Let me go. I'm lying. Let me go.
Go ahead, Nana.
1 minute. Paul, I have a question because I just think this is written in the stars. Picture here. Carl, how many times does Raheem Sterling pull this face in a game? That's what I need to ask. How many times does this picture on the screen? How many? Because he hasn't scored. He hasn't scored, by the way.
Yeah.
So how many times does he do this in a game? Because I'm real. I like Raheem Sterling. Don't get it twisted. But Blue eyes. Let's not lie now. Let's not lie.
Let me
He
say
does
this,
this.
right?
He
The
pulls
level.
his face.
Let me ask you a question, Nana.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to be a great like a
Yeah.
Sergio Aguero, right? You want to be a Sergio Aguero. You want to be a Lewandowski. You want to be a Salah. You want to be a Messi or Ronaldo, right? That's the level I'm talking about. If you're satisfied with the current level that he's at, you can have him. But the level I'm thinking about, right? The level that Guardiola expects of his forwards. Listen, let me finish. You asked me a question. Let me finish, right?
Sure.
The level that Guardiola expects of his forwards, right,
Yeah.
is when you're in the box. He said, I'll get you to the box. When you're in that box, your job is to eat your dinner. And too many times, right, he misses his dinner.
Okay,
That's
Carl.
my
Let me ask
issue.
you another
That's my
question.
issue.
Let me ask you another question.
That's no problem for us.
Carl, let
man.
me ask you another question.
One man's
Because
meat is another man's poison.
Yeah,
what my thing,
like I said,
Carl, my thing is that the thing you're saying about Raheem Sterling, I get, but the issue is your wingers generally, even Morris. I would say Morris is I don't know if Morris. I don't know, maybe because he was City, so you could. I don't know if Morris is better than Sterling.
So let me see. The problem is you're making certain assumptions that are incorrect, right? City are a balanced team with all their players. It's not last year who was the highest goal scorer? Gundogan, midfielder. This year it's Mahrez. right? 2 years ago, Sterling was there. The year before was Aguero. What our problem is the fact that in order to be world class, you have to be Aguero, like you have to finish your dinner. You have to be like Leroy Sané. When you're in front of the goal, there is nothing you're missing. It's clinical. Because Guardiola will get you to the final third, but it's your responsibility in your mind to convert that chance into a goal. You cannot be. I like the guy; he's a fantastic player. But my concern with him is that
Chelsea and Man
in the
City
big moments, one
let me ask you another question.
you cannot miss your chance. Now,
Let
if
me
you're
ask you
okay
another
with that, if you're okay with playing, Liverpool in the final of the Champions League, for example, and Raheem is 1v1 with the keeper, and he misses.
And then I beg. I don't want to go with what I'm not do that. Timo Werner.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask. First of all, you said to Nana that he's making very wrong assumptions, and I'll put it to you, Carl, that you're also making wrong assumptions because you haven't seen Raheem play for Chelsea. You're jumping the gun because of what he's doing for you. So I just want to clarify that first. That's an assumption.
So Blue Eyes, your hypothetical is actually flawed because I've seen him play for City. He hasn't played for Chelsea, so you can't even make an assumption.
No, right? But you are making an assumption. What I'm telling you is that
you haven't seen him play for Chelsea. Your argument is based on a hypothetical that hasn't even occurred.
No, but listen,
I'm telling you a fact based on what we've seen with City.
No, but the thing is, this thing is straight. If you're writing a scouting report and it's all based on flaws, then nobody's going to be bought. There won't be any
two things that he does well, right? The two attributes that he has.
Hold on.
The two attributes that he has. One,
do you
his build-up play is good.
I get it.
Two,
but what I'm saying
his arrival in the box is great.
I get it. But what I'm saying to you
when you arrive in the box, when you arrive in the box,
point.
Right? What's the point of arriving in the box if you cannot finish your dinner?
Okay,
what's the point?
Fine. Does Chelsea and Man City play the same system?
No.
No,
Carl, answer that question.
They don't play the same system, right?
Okay, fine.
But what's the goal of every club? To do what?
To score.
Win games, correct?
Matches.
Exactly. And based on the evidence we've seen at City, his challenge.
Another question. Now, this question is for the Chelsea fans that watch our. This question now is for the Chelsea fans that have been watching Chelsea for a long time because Carl has given us his Man City perspective. Now, let me talk to my Chelsea folks.
Mm-hmm.
If this is to Abdullahi and K Dons, if Raheem Sterling can come to Chelsea next season and give us 20 goals, you know what? 18, you know what? Let me be conservative. 15 goals a season playing behind our striker. Abdullahi, what does that translate to?
If Ryan
second place, second or third place.
Hold on. If he can give us 15 goals, I want you to look at the goal production that our three guys are doing right now. No, hold on, Carl. This is a Chelsea conversation now.
Okay,
let me talk to the Chelsea guys. So again, if Raheem Sterling can give us, I'm going to ask this question again, as a secondary attacker, because we don't really have. If he can give us 15 EPL goals, where do you think that puts us?
Second place, Blue Eyes. And let me tell you why. Because, like you say, and you were saying, and here's the funny thing, you were saying this to me when we were talking about Lukaku. You're talking about big goals. That's what you're talking about, big goals. So when we talk about big goals, I don't know about Sterling because Sterling is a purple. Let me be nice. Sterling is a purple patch player.
Yeah, Albert. That's right. Let's leave Raheem alone. Yeah, Albert is right. Let's leave him. It's done. Let's
leave him. I'm not saying Raheem is a great player. He's a purple patch player. So he'll have spells where he's hanging in there, and then he'll go dry. He'll go through a drought. And that's okay. I'm not saying it's bad.
Meat. Listen, the bottom line is one man's meat is another man's poison. That's all. One man's
so like a Bamian in Arsenal.
Don't get me wrong.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Let's talk about
I think it's a fantastic player. We prove any team. My
ownership.
Maybe because my goal for him is, when you think of Ribéry and Robert, right? Those guys have
If he gives us 15 goals, we win the league. Thank you.
We won, Albert. We don't win the league. Albert, we don't win the league. We can't.
No way. There's no way.
No, my
God. With this league.
There's no way. You don't win the league with him 50 with him.
Sterling gives us 15
CFC, Stephen, don't fall for the hype, man. I was saying this with Lukaku as well, guy. Don't fall for the hype. We won't do it.
I'm telling you.
CFC, Stephen,
these are Chelsea fans that know the numbers.
Albert, don't do it, man. I'm telling you, man. Albert, I can't trust you. I'm sorry.
Don't ask for too much, man.
He's found to get the point he can relate to.
I want something about Sterling and move on.
Go ahead.
Like what Blue Eyes said. I've watched Sterling in Liverpool and I've watched him.
Albert.
I want to like give a little bit difference. if I was Sterling with Kai Havertz, I was Sterling with Lukaku. Because Sterling has better movement than Romelu Lukaku. So if we are playing with Havertz going into next season, we have Raheem Sterling behind Kai Havertz in that kind of going forward. I think we'll produce more goals in terms of
No, I'm like,
Hold on. We'll produce more goals because Sterling can move into spaces very well. I've seen him play, and he's a good dribbler of the ball, which helps Havertz and also both of them changing position. You can come here, you can come here, and you can see. I have seen this thing in Tuchel, and I've seen it in Guardiola, in which I have that belief. If Raheem Sterling come to Chelsea, it will improve on one thing because in Chelsea, being in Chelsea for I have something. I say if you want to become mad, you can become mad, but not under Guardiola because you remain on the bench. If you want to become mad under Chelsea, your brain is called correct in Chelsea Football Club. They will correct you because you have to like Rudiger who will tell your brain better use your brain. If you miss
why is Lukaku not corrected then?
Lukaku is a madman.
Oh my god.
SSB, you know what? SSB has a very good question, but this requires a lot of research.
Look at that.
It's a very good question.
I'm like, all I'm saying is,
you're absolutely right, SSB. You're absolutely right. If you look at the EPL table and you look at how many goals, obviously there's a huge gulf in goal production right now between us and City.
Who's Abdul B? Abdul B. That front three ain't winning Jack. I'm sorry. That front three ain't winning Jack.
My brother, preach, man. Preach.
We're not winning Jack with that front three. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Guys, we're not doing it.
What do you want me to check?
Please.
No, SSB wants to. I think it's math because if you add 15 goals each season, 15 EPL goals is each season for the past 3.
How many goals has the Man City scored this season? Let me see.
We're exactly.
60. I think we're at 60.
So Man City scored 50 goals.
How many have we scored?
68.
We scored 38.
We scored 38.
Wait, guys.
You guys are telling me we're winning this league.
We scored 15.
We've scored 57.
No, Blue Eyes is not add 15 because you're taking away someone's spots. So it's more like add 7.
Exactly.
No, but add 15. Add 15. It's like
no, you can't. It doesn't work like that.
Can't do that now.
It doesn't work like that. You're taking someone's spot, so it's add 7.
Okay.
So what are you taking up? Whose spot are you taking, for example?
Let me be honest. You're taking Cho's spot. Let's be real.
Okay, so how many goals? We're talking about 3 goals for the past 3 seasons. He scored 4 goals.
Okay, no, time out. Let me amend that because he's not even starting really. So you're taking Ziyech's spot. You're taking Ziyech's spot.
Yeah, Ziyech probably scored 2 goals a season. So we've take away 6. So maybe not even. So who do you want to talk about? And this 15 goals, remember, this is worst case.
That's not how the math works. That's not how the math works. Because if you take away the player, you have to take away his goals and you have to add the goals back. Like, for example, if you take away Sterling, you have to take away Sterling goals. You have to take away the guy you're replacing them. It doesn't work that way, guys.
I get it. Okay, who do you want to take? Listen, who take anybody you want.
If you think, Blue Eyes, if you think that Sterling is the one who's going to get you over the line to the Premier League title,
listen, but why are you jumping into conclusion with my analysis? My analysis.
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to belabor this stuff.
You're saying no. I think now I know where you're going with this because you're assuming that I'm thinking that Sterling is coming to take us to the promised land. No,
but that's what you said now.
No, that's not
what
you
said. You said what happens if Sterling comes?
What I'm saying is because we operate in a committee structure, we need Sterling as part of that committee. And when he comes in, we're moving forward. We're going to it's not because of him. He's going to be part of the committee.
How many goals does he have right now? How many goals does he have right now?
He has 10.
10 or something.
SSB, he has 10 goals.
Look at his average.
10 goals.
And how many? Okay, he's played probably 10 games less than last season.
No, at all. He's played probably like.
No, but Blue Eyes, my thing is you're looking at the average. Let's look at you're talking about the average. Now let's look at the City team he was in. David Silva was there. Kevin De Bruyne was there. Leroy Sané was there. Sergio Aguero was there. Now you come here into Chelsea Football Club. You're with Kai. I respect Kai Havertz, but he's. I respect Mason Mount again. You know what I mean. Kovacic, he's nice, but he's not David Silva. So let's be real. This is what I'm saying, guys.
We're talking about an 11. We're talking about a total of, with all that quality for this season. We're talking about a total of what's the difference in goals? 11 goals for. I'm just looking at growth. No. Let's look at it. There's numbers here. I'm looking at all. You don't have to go far. So with all these magicians that you've mentioned,
these hypotheticals are really interesting.
no, it's
but
not
if you-
hypothetical. We're looking at numbers staring at us. All I unless
No,
I
no,
see
no,
them-
work
Blue Eyes,
that way.
because you
It doesn't
assume
work
no,
that
Blue
way,
Eyes, you're making an
68
assumption that he's
goals.
going to score 10 in this team. How can you make that assumption?
What if he scores 20? I'm giving
No!
you worst case. I'm giving you worst case.
He
Yes.
scored, I'm saying best case scenario in my eyes, best case by this time this season, he's
No.
probably scored 8.
Right. No, but
I'll be nice.
Nana. Simple. There's just simple. Yeah. Look at what's going on here. Man City is putting together. It looks like they're going to stitch together a monster season.
Mhm.
I can't take that away from you guys, Carl. And you have 68 goals. You've scored 68. How many have we scored? And
50,
we're crawling. We're
38.
no.
Oh no, we've got
50.
57. Sorry, 57. Oh
57.
gosh,
Goodness.
yeah,
So what's the goal difference? What's the math there?
11.
the goal difference is plus 22. Plus what?
No, I'm
38
not saying what's not goal differential. Let's look at the goals for.
No, it's
Collins.
plus 11 goals more.
Thank you. So 11 goals more. So I'm
Yeah, but it doesn't work. But Blue Eyes, I'm sorry, but
get it.
you're just celebrating now. It doesn't
I
work
get
this
it.
way, man. It doesn't
I
work
know
that
it doesn't
way.
work that way, but
It doesn't work this way.
there's not much of a gulf between this monster.
When you
Man
take a
City
player
team.
out of a team, it not only changes the goals you score, it changes how you play and changes all different
Yeah,
things.
come
You
on,
actually
Blue
score more-
Eyes.
hold on,
Kai!
see, you can actually score more goals.
Man,
if-
English boys don't like.
you can
I
actually
don't know
score
why
more
English
goals.
boys don't like Ra,
Listen,
man.
hold on. You don't talk.
English boys don't like Ra.
Right?
English
You
boys
don't
don't
talk.
like Declan Rice.
Okay. Let me,
Mhm.
with Sterling,
Yeah,
not,
I
if,
beg you,
if
my brother,
you're going to follow that same math and same logic,
Yeah.
right? If you take Sterling,
Yeah.
we can actually have scored more goals because the chances that he's missed. I can make that same argument as well. That somebody else who are playing instead of Sterling, maybe a Ferran Torres, maybe somebody else, maybe a Grealish, would have scored 20 goals instead of Sterling because Sterling missed so many chances.
That's true.
Are you
That's
following
true.
me? So you can't use this same logic. We can use different ways to make different arguments. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, let's move on, Abdullahi. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Let's move on. I want to talk about something else. Blue Eyes, is your mic working? According to Fabricio,
It's working, bro.
Kessie is going to FC Barcelona. Give me your take.
Chai. We missed out on that guy. I saw him live. Bro. I saw him live. I told you, right, Abdullah?
Yeah,
I saw him
when
live
they
in
come in.
Cameroon at AFCON.
Were you
Yeah.
impressed?
Man, that boy's top class.
So,
Top class.
because Mino realized his agent now, so that swayed it to be him going to Barcelona for me.
Yeah.
So, what's your take on Pie?
That's and I think he's going for free, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for free.
free. It's free.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm surprised that Tuchel didn't do something for us because I'll take him over Kovacic in a heartbeat. I'll take him over Kova in a heartbeat, man. That guy can bring exactly what we need. You see, Frank Kessie is Kova with end product. You can understand what I mean? Frank Kessie has press resistance, and then he has end production, if that's a phrase. If you can use that as a phrase, he can actually finish, and on top of that, he can create. So Frank Kessie would be a perfect match for Jorginho in the pivot.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
telling you, he'll be a perfect match for Jorginho in the pivot for me. But that's water under the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's water under the bridge. We move on. I guess we don't get him anymore. He's if he's going
Yeah,
to Barcelona.
CFC Steven, speak
CFC
your truth,
Steven
man.
doesn't
Speak your
need-
truth. Speak your truth. And Albert too, man. Speak
Yeah,
your truth.
everybody loves Kova. Everybody loves Kova, man.
I'm not a Kova fan, but Blue Eyes, I don't know if I
Everybody
could
loves
agree with you
Kova,
there,
man.
man. I don't know if I
So
could
I'll
agree
take
with
Frank Kessie over Kova in a heartbeat, man.
Ah,
Yeah, I know.
But here's my thing, Blue Eyes. Here's my thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Team.
You're breaking
Jorginho's
up.
time's up. Am I
Sorry?
here?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, Jorginho's time's up.
Why?
Blue Eyes, his time's done. He's done.
Why?
He's done.
What are you talking
Blue
about?
Eyes, we need to grow. We need to grow. You talk about evolving, and we need to grow. His time's done.
Why?
Jorginho's time in this club is done.
How?
We need to grow, Blue Eyes. He's holding us back. And I respect him. I
How is
like
he holding us
Jorginho,
back?
but he's holding
How
us
is
back.
he holding us back?
He's gonna be the
How?
Blue Eyes. He's Blue Eyes. He's going to be the guy that is getting replaced. It's not Kovacic. It's not Kante. It's going to be him. That's what I have to say. It's going to be him. That's
Okay,
leaving.
no problem. No problem. I'll see you next season. We'll talk about this next season. You know? I'm gonna save this. I got receipts.
Watch,
I got
Blue
receipts
Eyes.
from
Watch.
you, man.
Watch it, man.
No.
Watch.
Yeah. he ain't going nowhere, man. Unless Jorginho wants to leave. If Jorginho says he wants to leave, then he can go. But I think Jorginho is with us another at least 3 years.
No. Oh no. But actually, I'll say this: it's between Jorginho or say one of them's leaving, and I'm saying it's Jorginho. And that's what I have to say, man. Because wait, time out. Wait, Blue Eyes.
Yes.
Blue Eyes, hear me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're saying we signed the Dex, or we signed Charmeni. So what's going on? Because Jorginho's not playing.
No, but let me tell you. Are you ready for this? If we sign the Dex or Charmeni, personally, you know who takes the fall?
If you say Kante, Blue Eyes is the
it's Kante, and not that he takes the fall. But, no, it is. It's not that he takes the fall, but it rotation for that position. And who the cap fits, let him wear it. No, I've said this over and over. Can't just if you can take the jersey away from Kante, then you deserve to start. That's the way I look at it. Because Kante is obviously the best midfielder in world football. But I just find his production, what he brings to the table right now, I'm not saying it's depreciating, but you will not deny the fact that the past 10 games haven't been the Kante that we know. True or false?
He was great against Leo.
The past 10 games, he hasn't been the Kante that we know. True or false?
But do you think, Blair, do you think Kante need a little bit of I wouldn't say competitive, maybe a little bit of rest, more rest, bring someone in that can play his position and
well, we
don't only play in the UCL, play Kante in the UCL.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, just to comment. People in the comment section, please. Just answer this question. If Declan Rice or Charmeni goes, if Declan Rice or Charmeni comes into this team, and I've been hearing on Twitter both, that's unlikely. So if one of them comes into this team, who's the fall guy? People in the comments that's watching and
who's gonna go?
Who's gonna go? Who in Chelsea's the fall guy? Because you can't tell me Kante's. I can't hear him.
Okay, let me explain. Declan Rice can play in the 4-3-3. It's not in the top in double one single pivot, but in a play sorry, my bad, 4-2-3-1. He can play together in the 4-2-3-1. I trust him to play that 4-2-3-1. In a single pivot, when you are playing a 4-1, 4-1-4-1, or a 4-3-3, that they're gonna be a sitting DM and 2 number 8 going forward. I'm not playing Declan Rice in because he's gonna get exposed. I'm playing Tchouaméni there because he can retain the ball, he can pass, he can do so many things in which Declan Rice can do, and they need to learn to do. If I'm playing a 4-2-3-1, I will trust Declan Rice more because Declan Rice can move the ball in. He can do so many things in terms of his passing. He can maneuver. He can also play more as a central back when you want him to play. He can do it very well. I've seen him play. He's a very technical player, and I like him. But it depends on what the manager. If Tuchel wants to go to a 4-1-4-1 formation, I'll play Tchouaméni ahead of Declan Rice. I don't care what the fans is. I'll play Tchouaméni because I've seen him play. Because now it depends on what the manager wants. The Tuchel want to play.
CFC Steven, your head's in the right place, man. Your head's in the right place. CFC Steven, your head's. CFC Steven's my guy.
CFC Steven, of course. CFC Steven doesn't like Jorginho. Don't mind. CFC.
No, Blue Eyes. You know I'm a Jorginho guy, but he's limited.
CFC Steven. Let's talk about Reece James.
He's limited. No, I'm sorry. I'm lying. Let's be real. Jorginho's limited. Blue Eyes.
You know what? Nana, you know what? Nana, let me even help you. 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I remember Nana. I have to look for receipts. Thank you for the internet. I know I'll find receipts. This is the same thing Nana was saying about
internet. You can go to YouTube and find it.
Exactly.
Kai Havertz. No, I'm like,
hold on.
Don't let me talk about Kai Havertz.
Thank you. This is the same receipts. Kai Havertz is limited. I don't see what Kai Havertz is doing. Blah blah blah. Now Kai Havertz is producing. You're quiet, Abi.
No. Time out, Blue Eyes. No, I'm not letting you do this on the YouTube, on app live stream. I'm not letting you do this. I asked a specific question. What is Kai Havertz providing? I didn't say how many goals he scored. Blue Eyes said his thing is not about goals. So why is it now that he's in goal scoring form, everyone's hyping him up? Please tell me. Unless I was right the whole time, where we are judging him on goals.
But he's doing what I told you 3 months ago, scoring big goals. He's not scoring a lot of goals. You see, the thing is, you never give me my flowers, Nana. That's my problem.
I'm giving you your flowers. On this one, I'll give you your flowers. When you say there's no backlift on that goal against Norwich, then I'm sorry. We're looking at his goals.
I want to say something. Guys, I want to say something. The fans might a little bit. I'm not sure I agree with. if the new owner comes in, it also depends on the new owners. People are saying go for Declan Rice and Trump, and I said it. If the new owner comes in and we're gonna go forward in terms of future, I'm getting both of them. I'm gonna say N'Golo Kante and J5. It's as simple as that.
Jesus Christ! Whoa, time out. I'm lying. Whoa. I'm lying. Whoa. That says your guy. I'm lying. Don't look away like that. Look at that. That says your guy. Don't look away.
No. I love Kante very much. See, Kante is a Shifoga. He's Shifoga in midfield. But if I'm gonna go to the future, because there's a certain matches in which I can play Kante. I don't want to burn his energy. I do not want to do it. And if you are telling me we're gonna spend 150 million plus 50 million on Tchouaméni and Declan Rice, I'm not keeping Kante and Jorginho. I am not keeping both of them. I'm not, because I'm bringing in two technical different players in the midfield that can. Tchouaméni can perform what Kante does, not in the match, but if you give him 1-2 seasons, he will perform what N'Golo Kante does more, because I've seen him do it. Now, if I'm gonna bring in Tchouaméni and Declan Rice, I'm selling both of them. I'm selling both Jorginho, both GFI fans can fall into Lagoon and water. They can fall into there. I'm a big N'Golo Kante fans.
Oh,
If
you know
I'm
what?
gonna bring in Jorginho,
You know my problem. You know my problem.
Tchouaméni and Declan Rice.
You know my problem.
And
Abdullah,
GFI, it's a game over.
Abdullah,
It is a
you're
game
crazy.
over.
Abdullah, what's in that juice that you're drinking? This is the same Abdullah that we play semi-finals in the Champions League. Abdullah said, guys, we have to talk. Kante is the best player in world football.
No,
Now
but
you
guys,
want to throw Kante.
I'm seeing
You want
people
to
on
throw
the
him under the
comments.
bus. My goodness.
I'm seeing people on the comments. You guys can't act like I'm sorry. You guys can't act like Loftus Cheek is a part of this. Let's be real. Let's be real now.
Obviously, no.
Be real.
Listen, for me, there are three main midfielders for Chelsea: Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho. Those are the three.
Simple.
That's the spine. That's the spine. Loftus, I consider Loftus subsidiary. I consider Loftus subsidiary. Any other person you bring to the foray is subsidiary to me. So I never consider them in this discussion. I'm talking about the spine.
Yeah, exactly.
And Kova just got nominated into that spine because of the what do you call it, the sporadic performances he's been able to stitch together this season. It was based on the past 2 seasons. Nah. How do you say nah in German? Nah. No.
Season. My thing with this is that you say this, but let's and I get it. Blue Eyes isn't gonna like this, but let's look at City. They sold Leroy Sané.
Yeah.
They sold comfortably. They sold him. Yeah, they sold Leroy Sané. So I'm saying is when you have a quality player, you're on the block. People, and that's the good thing about competition and when you're trying to win. When you sign a good player, you are on the block. Anyone can go. And Leroy Sané went. It's as simple as that.
Exactly. No, but that's a big club move.
Yes.
That's a big club move. When you move a big chess piece, you bring in another, and who's replacing Leroy Sané right now in your eyes in that team?
I'll say Morris has stepped into the role. Sterling was always there, but I'll say Morris stepped into that role.
There you go. Yes, Abdul B, you're absolutely right. Leroy, he wanted out because he saw the light.
Yeah, he saw the light. He wasn't gonna eat. He wasn't gonna eat.
Absolutely. So for me,
He
man,
wasn't gonna eat, bro.
Go ahead.
Because you see, the reason I said that is I understand what Big Papa is saying, but the reason I said that is, see, you cannot bring in Tchouaméni and Declan Rice, and you say you want to play N'Golo Kante and J5. It will not work. It would not work. That will not work because now you give Tuchel a problem in which now tell me Tuchel, play this today, don't play that tomorrow. Play this today. No. You have to let him have a settled midfielder for the foreseeable future. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna bring in Declan Rice and Tchouaméni, you have to sell both J5.
Yeah, but that's close to 200 million. Abdullah, that's close to a $200 million investment.
I don't see us, especially now. I don't see us doing that.
It has to be one or the other, man.
And to be fair, Blue Eyes, actually, with the new board now, it might be a different situation. Where the 1 year deals aren't a thing, 30 years plus, and you get 1 year deals. I don't know, but if that's the case, then one of them's definitely going. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, people watching, man.
Especially now that Jorginho is showing us that he can actually pass the ball.
But to be fair, that pass to Kai Havertz was money. That was money.
But it's like this is the problem now. It's all about the ambition. It's all about the
That was
ambition of the owners. Because if the owner comes in and be like, I want to keep in Ganaski, I want to keep in Blue and check.
Jesus Christ.
What is the way forward? Because now I'm saying, see, I agree with what both Ganaski and Check has given them, but I keep saying it. We need the proper sporting director in that team. Someone that can go above Ganaski and pull Marina back to the lady doing the shirting, contracting.
Yeah, commercial.
Those are our job, commercials. Those are our job. I don't want her in the footballing aspect at all.
No, but she's never been on the footballing part of things, Abdullahi. Like,
no, she has. What do you mean?
The only thing she does, right, is the scouting team, whatever you want to call it, with Chelsea, they find someone and they go to Marina to close the deal. It's not Marina's job to tell them, no, don't get this guy, he sucks. No. Marina is the one who is going to go negotiate the best offer for Roman.
So time out. Blue Eyes, time out.
Yes. Thank you, Albert. Negotiations. Thank you. She has nothing to do with talent.
Okay, Kepa Ariza Balaga.
Yes.
Blue Eyes. So the scouting team went to her.
Yes. And said
she has the right to say no. I just want to know, does she not have the right to say no?
It's not the right to say no. It's this. She has to believe in her scouting team that they found. Obviously, they're going to go back and forth, but they found the right person. She's probably going to find, okay, give me what you found. There's probably metrics of what it is they're looking for.
Do you want me to bring the scouting report in Chelsea? I'm gonna get so angry.
I just want hold on. I just want, because some Chelsea fans think Marina has her fingerprint or her footprint on the talent that is that we go out to source. No, what Marina does is she negotiates the deal. So it's, and if it doesn't work, yes, it's going to look bad on her because she's the one that negotiated the deal. But in terms of actually like fetching the talent itself, zero. Has nothing to do with Marina. Marina think about her as director of sales. If you want to compare her role in some kind of an organization, she's head of sales. So if you look at her based on the acquisitions, the numbers, of course, Kepa is going to look bad because Marina is the one that negotiated the deal. Did we know that Kepa was going to stink up the place?
No,
but that's part blue.
No, now you're good. Exactly. There you go, Albert. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Ross Turnbull. Thank you,
Ross Turnbull. Wait, time. Whoa.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Go after Ross Turnbull. Don't talk about Marina.
No, Blue Eyes. I have to bring that woman up. I'm sorry, I do.
What?
I do, but Blue Eyes, you can't sign off on these.
No, but she's winning awards, man. She's winning awards. What do you mean you can't? Unless they go to her and say,
what's the person's name?
Ross Turnbull.
Hey.
CFC Steven, you know what? Sure, man. I'll keep her. I mean, it's up to the new owner, CFC Steven. If they want, if they need an experienced hand who actually understands the ethos and DNA of the club, why not? But the thing is, I think she leaves with Roman because she's Roman's right hand, for lack of a better way to put it. So I think she walks with Roman. But yeah, if I were coming in with all that money, I'll keep her too. At least to help the transition process. Yes, even Peter Cech, I'll keep Peter Cech too. You want to keep some, furniture pieces, like they say. You want to keep furniture pieces.
They will have to keep Marina. They have no choice.
Yeah, man. So I mean, for me, listen, you can't go after Marina, man. There you go. See, yeah, exactly. Want her to stay? Yeah, she can close deals, man.
And she has connection a lot. She has connection.
So please don't involve Marina with talent acquisition. She doesn't care about talent. Not that she doesn't care, but it's just, okay, is this the one we're going to get?
But I wouldn't like to. She saves just in terms of money too, kind of saving money and everything.
Yeah.
Because if you look at in the past 5-6 years, our youth team has been evolving a lot in other leagues and also in the league also too. We make money with them too. So credit has to be gonna scale to for what she has done too. What she has done.
Yeah, man. No, I don't.
Another player is Paulo Dybala. Your take on him?
I don't like Dybala, man. I don't know why. I don't like his style. There's a difference between Selense and Felenfe. For those that understand, man. I'm not a Dybala fan.
The problem with Dybala is his injury record, man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Injury.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in Serie A, you get injured like that, what's going to happen in the Premier League?
In the EPL, thank you. And his style is like, yeah, Albert, you're laughing, man. Selense and Felenfe. That's my brother. Yeah, if you Selense is Zidane, Felenfe is just you're running all over the place. That's why I like Selense. Selense is when you're walking, everybody else is running. Felenfe is you're just running all over the place without like a headless chicken. For me, I find Dybala does that a lot, but
You probably end up in Sevilla or something like that.
there you go. Thank you. That kind of mold. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what
No
we end up.
disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect to the boy, man. But I'm not a fan, but who knows? Maybe Tuchel, like they say, Tuchel knows how to turn water to wine. Maybe he can make it work.
Marina is the economical wife.
Economizing wife. Hawk-eyed over the club finances. Yes! Big Papa, preach! Big Papa spoken like a true finance guy. Marina is economizing wife.
Is winner or Dybala, choose.
Ooh, Albert, you're pushing me to the wall now. Do I have an option to choose neither? No, I will choose Dybala. Just because Dybala, at least Dybala has an ounce of creativity.
And yes, technique.
Yeah, technique.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Probably go to Madrid or something like that. Madrid or Sevilla or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe Inter Milan. Maybe Inter.
Yeah, could do that too.
Inter Milan. Maybe Inter Milan.
Yeah.
But Timo Werner is that guy's an idiot.
Yeah, but how is Coutinho surviving in EPL if Dybala can't?
Let me explain the continuous factor. See, this is what I'll tell some Villa fans, and they get upset with me. They say, "Oh, Coutinho is this, Coutinho is that." It's not about Coutinho. Went to Barcelona, went to Bayern, couldn't even get a game set, starting 11 set. They had to kick him out, basically. The reason why he's thriving in Aston Villa is because they're levels. they're levels. It's just levels. That's where you're a big fish in a small pond. No offense, but it's just levels. You thrive. Let's see when he plays against a Chelsea or a City or Liverpool, what happens to him there if he's going to shine.
Yeah, the intensity.
Unlikely. It's just levels. You can play against Leicester, even against Leicester, he didn't even shine. Or against Arsenal, didn't even shine.
Even against that, thank you, Arsenal, he got destroyed, man.
It's just levels. It's just levels. You're big, So that's why.
Yeah.
Because no way Bayern Munich and Barcelona will let a truly outrageous star go. It's not happening. Even Dembele says, now final free transfer the guy will come out with. It just they never let go people that they really, really want.
Yeah.
But
I keep telling people because if people gonna chase me between Dembele and Paulo Dybala, I'll go for Dembele because if Dembele is 100% okay, like a player right now for Barcelona, I'm gonna take him ahead of Paulo Dybala. I will take him because Dembele can offer me so many stuff in which Paulo can offer me, and also sometimes.
I mean, the only English club that's going to get him, Abdullah, is probably going to be Tottenham.
Oh, you mean Dembele?
Dybala. Just that creative spark in the middle of the park because they don't really have that creative player, that kind of number 10 kind of creative player.
Which time are you?
Tottenham?
Really? You think he'll go to Tottenham, Carl?
He could go on a Conte.
It's possible.
Interesting. But don't you think he's chasing? Don't you think he's chasing silverware?
That's the problem, right? That's another problem again.
That's true. That's true, though.
Unless Tottenham hit top 4, because right now he's in a better position silverware wise.
I think it might go to Inter Milan. It also depends.
And then what if they win Europa?
Who?
Barcelona.
It's possible.
Yeah, then they come a seeded Champions League team next year.
Yeah.
It's possible, very possible, very, very possible.
They'll probably win it, based on how they're playing now.
It's possible.
They still have to go through. They still have to go through West Ham.
West Ham, yeah.
That's the only thing that can stop them.
Because the funny part, if they beat
and Leipzig, RB Leipzig,
in the UCL, in the Europa League, they are semi-final. Who do you need that semi-final is? West Ham United.
Who?
That's what Barcelona face in the Europa League.
Yeah.
They play West Ham
in the semi-final. If they win their quarter-final.
Okay.
They will play
That would be a nice game, man. That would be a nice game.
They will play West Ham United in the semis.
That's Declan Rice's chance to sell his skill, man. That would be his
That
only
would
chance,
be
man.
massive. Can you imagine Rice versus Busquets?
Hi! Don't do this to me, Carl, because I know you'll kill me and finish me. Because I'm a Busquets fan too. I'm a Busquets fan too, man.
Can you imagine Rice versus Busquets?
That would be a
That would be
fantastic
game.
game,
Versus
man.
Sergio Busquets.
That would be a fantastic time, man. Fantastic duo, sorry, man, or whatever fight.
I mean, come April, we're gonna have some very interesting.
Dybala is a world class, but really delivers a world class performance.
Yeah, I know.
His problem is consistency. Is the problem.
Consistency.
Right?
That's the problem with Paulo Dybala. Consistency is the key
People always
because
talk about players. Some players can give you 9 over 10 in some games. Some players then they give you 6 over 10. What you really want is 7 over 10, 8 over 10 all the time. Don't give me 10 over 10 one game and then 2 over 10 another game. I can't trust you.
I can't trust you. Yeah, and it's injury, and the way Premier League is being beat, injury. Hey, Chineke. Burnley. Hey, they will kick you like I see tomorrow no day.
I know.
Paulo Dybala will get injured. I beg, take him away from my club. He will get injured. I beg. I'm not ready for it. EPL. They will kick him as if tomorrow no day. No.
You know those referees are our English referees are. Yeah, I mean it's.
And the English referees are no.
There's so much bias. It's like
too much. It's too much.
Yeah, way too much, man.
Let's talk about another person too. Your boy, Blue Eyes.
Who?
The report said it. Reza Balaga is going to Newcastle.
Is he going to Newcastle?
Is it confirmed?
Yeah, Newcastle want to buy him. They want to replace Nebraska. They want to go for Reza Balaga.
That's interesting.
That's a big miss for us. And you know what? I wish him the best, man. He was able to redeem himself after a very shoddy past 24 months. He's been able to redeem himself. He kept his head high. He remained a professional. Any other player, most other players in that position would have thrown their toys out of the pram.
Yeah.
But he kept it together, and I think he earned a lot of brownie points doing that. Plus, he got us a Super Cup, and I mean, I think it can only be better for the young man. He tried, man. I didn't know he was going to come out of this. To be honest with you,
yeah, Kepa and Dean Anderson, both of them.
Sorry.
They are looking to get Kepa or Dean Anderson.
Oh, really?
See, the Dean Henderson one is there's another guy that is like Harry Kane, right? I mean, you know they're not going to play you ahead of the hair now. You know.
Why don't you leave?
You're going to sign one long crazy contract with them.
Not stupid contract, long ass contract.
No, but you know there was a time when the hair was looking like it was over.
Yeah, but you know how this legacy clause behave now. You know how they are now.
That's true.
You still believe that United are still the force of since the 1990s.
True.
Kepa, I'd leave it. Kepa number 1, Kepa for Chelsea. Relax.
Big Papa, you say Kepa had no choice. Chelsea held all the cards in his situation, but he still had to keep it together. Whether he had no choice or not, other players you would have noticed the body language. You see the way Kepa celebrated Champions League final like he was the one in the post. I'll never... You're laughing. Abdullah, you're laughing. Why
Relax.
Are you laughing?
And I won't forget what Kepa did.
Kepa's big time professional. Oh no, I'll never forget that either, man.
So relax. I won't forget that. So relax.
Oh, that day I was mad. I almost threw my TV out the window, man. I'm like, yo,
I was like,
who are you?
Kepa, Caballero want to come in. Let this Caballero come in. He knows Man City. Why do you want to?
And then we lose the game. And then we end up losing the game.
Exactly. Are they pushing you from your ancestor? Leave, I beg. If someone come in. That match played me like.
And then against Liverpool, he
was injured in that match. He was injured in that match, but he forced himself to play. He was injured. He has an hamstring injury. He was injured. Then Caballero was about to come in. I was like, okay, man, get the heck out of that way. Just get out.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
That was
who is Zivo Genius? I don't know. I can't pronounce your name. Yeah, absolutely. The team celebration. Yeah, man. No.
It's
like
a massive achievement.
You're preaching to the choir, man. You're preaching to the choir. And like I said, he's been a top class professional.
Kepa is a great sport.
I'm not taking anything away from him. Like I said, he's been able to redeem himself. after the past 2 years. Like any other player would have thrown their toys out of the pram, is what I'm saying.
And
Unfortunately. Oh, Matt. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry, Matt. Yeah, Matt. Exactly. I'm with you, man. The only problem is he's too good to be a number two, and he can't be a number one for us. I don't know if that makes any sense.
What's cracking me up against Liverpool? Man was gingering and he didn't even say.
Exactly. Jibs, preach, man. I know. But we can't look at it that way. So, Matt, that's my problem. He's too.
The problem with it is, like,
yeah,
Kepa is too good to be a number two. That's my issue. He's too good to be a number two. That's my problem because
that's what I'm saying. I say Kepa is too good to be a number two, but he's not good enough to be number one for us.
But is Newcastle the right place for him to go to?
It's not. Hey, man, if they throw money at him, I think he would do well at Newcastle.
Are you sure?
You know,
because
yeah,
Kepa needs to win. He wants to win, and do you think Newcastle have the ambition to win like right now? Because it will take them time to win.
Of course they do. Newcastle has the ambition to win.
I know in terms of like in Chelsea now, you have an objective in Chelsea. They're not playing Papa will win trophies. That's Chelsea for you.
Yeah, but don't forget that World Cup is coming and he has to play.
He has to play.
Exactly. And I'm not sure. Well, he has to be number two for Spain too.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at how many competitors are competing for that number two spot.
There are plenty.
Then
here, Unai Simon.
You see,
they didn't even take the air into this match qualification. The air was not there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they didn't take the hair. They only took Unai Simon and then this this Brighton goalkeeper. What's his name?
Sanchez. Sanchez.
Oh, that guy is Spanish.
Yeah,
he's a good goalkeeper. I like that guy. I like that guy. He's a good goalkeeper, man. I like him, man. He's actually not bad. CFC Steven says send him to Everton to go help Frank Lampard. Steven, you're good, man.
That Jordan Pickford, man.
And see, Lampard is making Pickford look like a Siberian goalkeeper, man. It's bad.
That thing is terrible. I'm sorry. What's happened, man? And let's not go back.
No, I know. Let's
not go there, man. He's
gonna survive, guys. He's gonna survive. Lampard will survive, guys. I'm not here to sing his praises, but he will get out of it. Now, the question is, will Everton let him go or will they keep him if he survives? And I'm not sure what he signed when he got into the job.
He signed one. I think he signed
one. The terms, like what the understanding was. Like I'm curious to know what the terms of that contract, in terms of what at short term, long term, if there's even any room for long term. Because if there's no room for long term, they should have let him go by now. But I'm curious, man. I'm curious.
Exactly. Pickford will get caught up for England when he's in EF.
But goalkeepers, it doesn't matter. Remember, for goalkeepers, man.
Relax. Don't do this. Don't do this. Do not do this. Do not. Just relax. Pickford, see now.
Abdul, man, that question, man. And you know what? I've been thinking about this Eagles Black Stars, man. I fear that tie you.
Guys, do you think Nigeria will qualify for the World Cup? They seem to have many top players, but a poor coach. Eguavon is not a poor coach.
Nah, Eguavon is suspect, man. Eguavon is a poor. I won't say he's poor, but he's suspect.
You can see. You got to give a manager a chance.
Look at that game against Tunisia, man.
I know. Even he came out and said it. He said
dog's breakfast.
He said it.
He didn't know what he was doing, man.
No, he said it. He said, I admit my mistake and I'm gonna take my help for not the players. He came out and said it. See, for me, I would trust a government and this bum-ass idiots wanna go here. Those are European. No. That failure. So I would trust the government because a government knows he's played for Nigeria. He knows the core of that player. I will give him that trust. Like, take us to the World Cup. Let's see where we now.
The 24th, Albert. The 24th.
The 25th.
25th, okay.
On Friday, yeah.
Steven, we're gonna talk about the owners. I see your question.
We'll talk about the owners soon.
I see your question.
We are fucked.
Yeah. That and then Ndidi is injured.
Yeah, Ndidi is injured.
So it's.
I'm happy for Osimhen. It's fully back.
Osimhen is in, man. Like, finally, he's putting in goals too. Finally,
and now there's Ademola Lookman, which is making it more interesting.
Exactly. But he's not getting. Why is he not getting minutes with Leicester?
He's getting minutes. Like
maybe 5-10 minutes here.
He's getting minutes. Because I think Royals is trying to rotate the team because of injury. Indeed, that's been he's out for 4 or 6 weeks now. So it's trying to rotate this team. We just want to play them too much and get them injured.
But
I'm
you know
happy
this
that
game.
we have a potential player like Ademola Lookman, and we look forward to what he can offer us in the Super Eagles
Oh
of
my
Nigeria.
god, that guy's going to be so good up front.
Mhm.
Lukman,
Emmanuel
Osimhen.
Dennis is there too. We also look to what Emmanuel Dennis will offer us.
Imagine Lukman. Emmanuel Dennis and Chukwueze, right?
No,
I think
Chukwueze will be on the bench.
No kidding. No kidding.
It might be Emmanuel Dennis.
But Iwobi didn't make the cut, too.
He didn't make the cut. Yeah,
He didn't make the cut, man. No.
Mhm.
I think they're using you know who I want to see? Akin Kumiamu.
Yeah, people say it's good. I think
Akin
it's in the
Kumi.
squad.
He's in the squad. He made
I
the
think
squad.
it's in the
Yeah.
squad. I think
No, he made
because
the
of
squad.
Ndidi is out, so I think it's
No. He made the squad before Ndidi's injury. I think Innocent Bonke comes in for Ndidi.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Abdul B gave me the heads up and I checked. Yeah, Innocent Bonke comes in for Ndidi. That plays in League On. Yeah. And Iguavon also confirmed.
Okay, so we have Akikomi Amautu and Innocent Bonke.
Yeah.
Is Etebo there?
He's on standby. No, he's not on standby. Ogenyo Onazi is on standby.
Is Etebo in the squad?
No, Otebo is not in the
Because he
squad.
just came off from injury.
I think it's Akinkumi, Onyeka.
Onyeka and Frank Aribo.
Yeah, Aribo. Then Akinkumi Amu and Innocent Bonke. Yeah. And Innocent Bonke.
That without Ndidi, I'm a little bit worried though.
Me too. Because
without him, I'm a little bit worried. I think I thought Onyeka more in the defense, but is Onyeka really that technical when you have
Bernard Bonteng, you're half Lebanese. Cool, man. Nice.
I didn't Ghana. Relax. I have
a lot of friends like that, though. They're like exactly the same, even in Nigeria. Lords. Man, they even speak Igbo past me, self. They speak Igbo past me. Correct, man. Oh, nice. Like your actor Frank Artus and them guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Bonke is a leg breaker, hard as nail.
Of course.
What do you say with who do you play?
Who did we play again? Did he play in that game?
He played against Chelsea.
He get a yellow card.
What team was yellow card?
What's their team again? Yeah.
Is it Zenit?
No, in like Ligue 1. He plays in Ligue 1.
He didn't play for Ligue 1.
But he plays in Ligue 1 now.
We played them in the group stage.
I actually don't mind the guy, man.
What do we play for? What do we play for?
But you know what's going to happen now? Onyeka is probably going to start.
Yeah, and Aribo.
He plays for Lorient.
Lorient, yeah. Aribo.
Yeah, Aribo and Onyeka then. Because Onyeka is not bad.
Yeah, but the problem is we need to know because we've seen the combination of.
What up, guys, man? What up, man?
Zima.
What up, bro? I wasn't here for the El Clasico, man. I felt him was crying, bro. His tears, man. His tears made. Where's he at, bro? Nah, I'm only here for 15 minutes, man. But man, how's you guys' day, man? My day has been great, man.
We did.
My day has been
good,
great, man.
We're good, bro.
Good. Congratulations on deconstructing Madrid.
Oh yeah, he's a Barcelona player.
Beat down. It was a beat down. I expect a beat down.
I cannot wait for April this season.
No, I'm telling you, it's not going to be the same, bro. I have a feeling like this is what Real Madrid do, man. Once they have a bad performance, they're always they're going to try to make a statement against you guys.
Not Chelsea.
Oh, they're gonna defend, bro. They're going to defend. No, they're not coming out, bro. They're going to defend for their life, man. They're not coming out.
Zima, I'm telling you right now.
Black Stars
with or without Karim Benzema, I'm challenging Madrid fans now. This is not overconfidence. I'm challenging.
I would just say chill, man. I'll just say chill, man. Because this
could backfire. I've seen this Chelsea team play football. If Madrid is this good, I call it I say 13-time champion, and they are this good. Come first us at the bridge. I want the game to be over in Stamford Bridge.
I want to
go to Bernabeu and chill.
No, it doesn't work.
I want to go and take coffee in Bernabeu.
No, we're going to beat them, but we can't underestimate. We're going to beat Real, but
I'm not underestimating Madrid.
You see, Carl is going to pop off, man. It's not that easy.
Madrid has Modric, Casemiro, and Kroos. I dare them to play those three against N'Golo Kante. They are dead. They are done.
Is this the same N'Golo Kante that you want gone if we get that?
No. See, Conte, Modric, his leg is over. Toni Kroos is the same thing too. Casemiro is not like before anymore. And you are playing the UCL.
No, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna get clipped, man. You don't want to bring this out to the streets, man. This is this is too much, man. This is too much to unpack.
I already tagged Muntaha, Milton, Sergio Contrao, and Madrid fans. I'm gonna see them in April 6th. Apsis with Budok. Madrid versus Chelsea. Apsis we ride.
Bro, that's the same thing Man United thought when they were facing against Atletico. They saw us whip them 4-1, and then these guys out of nowhere, they saw the real Atletico that made a statement against them, man. Don't underestimate them.
Manchester divided is different than Chelsea. We different than Chelsea. They're different than Chelsea. Manchester divided is different than Chelsea. We are different gravy entirely. See, whether Madrid like it or not, if you go and carry Ronaldo or whatever they want to carry, we are ready. This is not about confidence. This is Chelsea Football Club, and another club I support. We are thank God we are at home first. We are at home first. So we'll show the world. People call us fluke UCL. They call us CCL, right? We fluke the UCL. Now I want us to make a statement.
Madrid, is that what they call us? Kai, we have suffered, man.
Madrid is big, right? We won a UCL with a fluke. I want Chelsea player to show the world. This is not a fluke. We are actually a UCL winner. We are the defending champion. Show them and show the world. That's what I want. Make a big statement. That's what I want. End the tie in Stamford Bridge and game over. That's it. That's what I want. We fluked the UCL. We are COVID-19 Champions League, right? Up April 6th.
No, we are Champions League winners. Abdullah, you're on your own.
They are saying we win the UCL with fluke. Right? How? It's called CCL, right?
Yeah. Hashtag CCL lives, man. Hashtag CCL lives. But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, man, it's like
haters, man. Haters.
I don't want you to go in with that type of energy and the Cal to drop one of his worst performances and then be like, and then like Benzema end up scoring like a hat trick or something, and then we're out here watching you have to play clips of yourself saying some mad stuff.
Zima.
We be good.
Militao and Alaba for me. See, if you're gonna play Lukaku, then I'll be like, okay, fair enough. It's not been sure enough. You play Kayaba to those those central back at the back, they're gonna get eaten. I'm being serious with you now. I'm being serious with you right now. Because the way Madrid play with one team, they rely too much on Karim. Even do you want that PSG match? If not for the mistake PSG made, Madrid are out of that Champions League. You know that. They're already out. If not for the what? If not that stupid mistake they made, they would have beaten Madrid. It should have been over. But because they make a serious mistake, they lose the time themselves. They cause their failure themselves. It is not about confidence. I am a Chelsea fan. I support Chelsea. So I know the strength of our club very, very well. It's not been about confidence. If people are calling us fluke UCL, CCL because we won the UCL in COVID-19, out of Bayern won the UCL in the middle of COVID-19. So tell me, why not calling it CCL?
Yeah, no, the Champions League doesn't count. It doesn't count. Everything they did in the Champions League that year should not count, in my opinion. But that's just me, man. That's just me, bro.
People telling us we fluked the UCL just because of what? Is it because of what? For what? For what reason? So that's why I want the player to go. I want the player to show the world on April the 6th that we don't fluke UCL, we win it. We are legitimate UCL winner, not fluke. Legitimate.
Bro, I'm looking at your bracket, and you guys, even if you beat Real Madrid, you have to face up against Man City and Atletico again. And then after that, it could be Bayern all over again. 2012. You know how they feel about that.
I know. See, we'll call it when the semi-final comes in.
No, but I'm telling you, man. Just don't think. Just because we did it doesn't mean everyone can, man. Just we gotta slow down with that type of activities. No, that still doesn't count, bro. Because it was one leg. Hashtag one leg. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't count. It's one leg. But anyway, man.
Yeah, but it's okay, man. Just manage your Europa. Manage Europa, man. It's okay, man.
No. Sit in the Champions League position for us. We're coming for you next year, bro. We're coming for all of you, man.
Wow.
We're coming for all of you, man.
You win one game
against for you, for all of you, man.
Yeah, like we can't hear word again.
No. This is
I can't believe this, man. So you beat thanks to an EPL former
legend.
Call him a legend. Former student. He's a former
legend.
Student.
He's a professor.
He graduated from the EPL and he moved on to to Barcelona. You guys are here. You coming here and you're screaming about. You played well yesterday, I must say. You played well.
No. In all honesty, if I'm being real, man, we still have some developments to make, but bro, I'm just happy the way the team is looking, man. Xavi's actually done a wonderful job, man, with these core group of youngsters.
When I told you guys were laughing at you. Say you guys. I don't know if you were one of those that was saying Xavi. I told you when he first came that watch out for Xavi, man. Watch out for this cat, man. I said it on his first before he. As soon as you guys started mentioning that you were going to go get him, I'm like, yo, that's a good steal. He's coming back home. And here we are, man. Here we are. I mean, like you said, still a lot of work to be done. I don't think he's figured out what that front would look like. I'm not sure.
No. I'm telling you, like, if anything, bro, if he could have it his way, I'm sure that he would want to incorporate 4 midfielders into the lineup. But the thing is, I think he's just trying to utilize the best of him. And as much as Ferran Torres missing simple chances.
So he doesn't like the wings? Why?
No. He likes the wings. He definitely likes the wings. But for him, it's about more than anything. Just like with Pep, it's about controlling the middle of the park more so than anything. And with the players we have, when it comes to like Ferran, when it comes to Dembele, who should honestly think, he should be thinking about his contract and his future at Barca. If you ask me, but that's just me. But the players that we do have right now, it's like they're still young. Majority of them are young. Like even Frankie, bro. Frankie's like a different person so far. Like Frankie has improved massively. Just his positioning.
He's a good player, man.
Yeah, this guy.
Remember, I said I'll take him. You guys were calling him Ding Dong. I remember Abdullah was calling him Ding Dong for many years.
Ding Dong.
I'll take him any day, man.
Nah, man, shout out, man. Even Sergio Busquets, man. I think he bossed that game.
Very well.
He bossed that game, bro. He bossed that game. That was old man Busquets, man. That was like the Euros Busquets, man.
Absolutely.
I was shocked.
But Zima, I have a problem. You know my problem.
Yeah.
My fans are coming out and saying because of Benzema we collapse. No. Because Zima, as a big club, you cannot tell me because of Benzema you collapse. There's Luka Jovic at the bench where you can bring on. Yeah, it's not as good as Benzema, but it's a number 9. My fan cannot tell me because of Benzema we lost to Barcelona. That is bullshit.
Yeah, but Benzema is a big part of.
Yeah.
I know.
Benzema's that guy. He's that guy.
I know. I know. See, this is my issue right now. I know you're gonna lose Benzema. I know, but you cannot tell me because of Benzema you lost. Madrid did not even turn up. They did not show up at all.
Yeah, but it's like I always say, it's like in sync without Justin Timberlake. You can't produce big tunes, man. No. It's hard. Benzema is a big part of, but in a game like especially that yesterday's game, they needed Benzema. I still think they lose. I still think they lose either way because, like you said, Z-Man, the battle was won in the midfield.
No.
Battle was in midfield.
The thing about Jovic, Mariano, these guys are bums, right? Even like I think Ancelotti got his tactics wrong. Shout out to Ancelotti, man, doing us a favor. But I think he got his tactics wrong. In the sense that you have to actually play with. How are you going to play with 2 youngsters that are just naturally wingers more so than anything up top? That doesn't make sense. You have to play with a
He said it was
it does. It does because
he was trying something new. That was why he played Modric.
And that's the thing. The players didn't even understand what he's trying.
Yeah. You know what Thibaut Courtois said?
Courtois said, "I don't know what we were trying to do, bro." Nobody knew.
He said we don't know what he was trying to do in the second half. We don't know.
Yeah. No, but I can see what he was trying to do, even though it was, like you said, it was a bum move. Because with wingers, you're able to, if it worked, I bet you what he was envisioning was to sort of open up your midfield so that they can find space to eat in that midfield. Because the wingers will keep the field big. But it didn't work, man.
Yeah,
Barcelona took it back. Barcelona said, "No. This game is going to be played in the midfield." It was a battle of who wants the game most.
The match was literally won in the midfield. And I like what Xavi did in that match against Madrid. Because player like Gavi did not play that match. He put him on the bench. Because player like Pedri, Busquets, and who did they play in the midfield?
De Jong.
Frankie De Jong. Those are technical baller, passer, good passer of the ball. Who doesn't know to the ball too much? It's like boom, 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 boom.
I will take Frankie de Jong any
That's
day
what they
right
do.
now, man.
But
Right.
if you play
How old
Gabi,
is he?
Gabi
21,
wants
right?
to dribble.
No, he's
Gabi wants to do some
24.
other stuff.
I think he's 24.
What a player, man.
No, this guy's becoming more of a leader, man. So is
What?
Pedri, man.
Thank you.
That kid
He's
too.
a personality. Thank you. That's what
Yeah.
I tell this guy. I was telling Abdullahi and the guys on your stream, Abdullahi. And Abdullahi call him Ding Dong. I'm saying, no, man. This kid has potential to be leader. And now, look, a Barcelona fan is already calling him a leader, man.
No. It's because you got to look at the way. I didn't listen. I had my own problems with De Jong, bro, and so far he's been performing well. We don't know if he's going to keep up the momentum, but the number one thing is when Xavi came along, he talked about how he viewed Frankie De Jong, and he said Frankie De Jong is important to this team and he's integral. Not only because of his leadership, because he said Frankie De Jong could play between the lines. This guy is also can progress the ball by carrying it, and he sets the tempo for what he wants his team to be. That's why he views Frankie De Jong as even if he's having a poor performance, he's always believed in him because he's seen him as being that guy that could anchor the middle of the park. While players like Pedri, even Gavi, or have more freedom in terms of what they can do. While this guy's just, even against Atletico, he was doing the same thing. He was just clearing up things. He was the one that was being the smooth operator when it came to just carrying the ball straight through the middle.
After you just said it all. What I like about him, the guy is calm, man. And there's not a lot of players. You need to have that kind of energy when you're playing in that role. That's the only thing I like about. That's the major thing I like about Frankie De Jong. In the midst of chaos, he's a very sound mind.
And I
think his ceiling is high, man. Z-Man. I think that guy is going to do. I think potentially, if you guys don't,
I'm happy for you guys because now you guys have a proper manager who is footballing is more beautiful to watch. And now this is now where the Barca fans need to just back Xavi, back whatever Laporte said in terms of the president, and let's see how this team is gonna go. Because
no, man, it's been a while since I had I seen a board that, or we've been cursed with the Bartomeu, but it's been a while since I've seen a board that operates like this. We're already done with Christensen is already done. We're looking at
Christensen is done. Yeah, Aspilicueta most likely
gonna
go to you guys. Yeah. Aspi, Christensen. Yeah, you got
even the Ajax right back. We're already looking at him.
Mazraoui, yeah.
Yeah, Mazraoui. So it seems like the board understand it, and the board and Xabi, Alemany, Laporta, they all seem to be reading from the same tune sheet. So
exactly.
It's looking good right now, but we got to get trophies as well for these youngsters, man. We have a young squad, so they have to get used to winning trophies.
You have to be hungry and win trophies. That's gonna be the downfall of Xavi, because you can play beautiful football, but if there's no trophies in it, no problem. Because now people be like, yeah, he's playing beautiful football. As he wants something. What does he want? That could be is downfall exactly is because an argument will come in that he's playing beautiful football and everything, but he hasn't given us success. We have to move.
Yeah, that's why I'm just taking my time, man. I'm enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying this ride, man. I'm just here for the
you
good.
suffered a lot. 8-2, 4-0.
Relax. We don't need to mention those results, all right? You don't need to mention those results because I could start mentioning 09, but let's
go ahead, mention. And when you mention 09, make sure you go to 2012 while you're at it. Make sure you touch 2012 afterwards.
Relax. So I'm happy for Barcelona fans. They need to be happy. Is that because we've clowned them a lot? We've clowned them, so they need to be happy.
But most Barcelona fans that I've been drinking beer with the past 24 hours have been actually. I'm very impressed with their humility. They're taking this with stride, man. They're not even jumping up. They're not getting too excited.
Yeah, bro.
It's like one game, and most of them are like one game at a time, bros.
One game at a time, man.
Exactly, and they're like, let's see how it goes. We're chilling. Let's see how it goes, man. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. I'm happy for them because they've been clowned a lot on the social media, so they deserve it, man. So, Zima, this is for you.
Oh, it depends. We should be competing next year, man. I think we should be competing bare minimum. I do think that we'll have more than. I think we're gonna have enough to win La Liga. I mean, if the recruitments we get, if we improve our defense slightly, and so far, if the players keep up the momentum, then yeah.
Christensen coming in, that could be able.
Yeah,
so who is leaving if Christensen comes in? Who's going?
Oh, Titi and Longley. That's
I'm hearing Araujo and leave.
No. First of all, Aloha is gonna sign a contract. I need you EPL fans to chill out. All right, with
No,
his news.
I'm just
But-
here. I'm hearing the news though. It doesn't yet that he wants to leave. Why? I didn't want to leave.
No. He doesn't want to leave. He just wants a contract that suits his position in the team because this guy's gonna be the leader of our back line.
So what are you guys offering him that he doesn't want?
No. All he wants is like like 6 million to him to stay at Barca. But I'm not worried about that. It seems like this guy really wants to be a part of the project, and you've seen the way this guy's celebrating every single time he tackles and every single time he's enjoying himself every single time he's able to defend. So I feel like, and this guy has made massive improvements. This is a guy we bought from. He used to play in Uruguay's second division as a striker.
So now, if Christensen comes in, I would discuss as a bench.
Christensen, I don't know, man. I don't rate Christensen that high. I'm gonna be honest with you. He fits into a shabby system, but my problem with him is the same thing I have with Eric Garcia. He's really good. He had a good game, but the thing about him is when defenders start, punking you, what do? What's your reaction? Are you gonna get pushed around?
I've watched Chelsea play very well. I think Andres is good in service system. Why I say that is because I think if you play Andres in the service system very well, it could be the best player with Araujo together. Because the problem is having with Thomas Tuchel. Sometimes Andres Christensen lose guard a lot, and sometimes it could become the best defender when we play football. So my problem with him is all about his performance being consistent on a high level over and over. And with Xavi right now and what you are building, if we go to Barcelona for me, I'm not going to be surprised if he becomes the best centre back in La Liga because he has the ability to do it. And it's with the way you guys are playing, Andres Christensen fit exactly what you want. Perfect replacement for whatever you are replacing him with. He's that good of a player.
How good is he defensively though? How good is he?
That's what I'm saying. Defensively, with the way Xavi is playing, defensively, you can rely on him very, very well. With the way you guys are playing, you can rely on him.
Absolutely, he's good. He's a ball playing defender.
Ball playing center back.
Plus, he can morph. He can morph into a CDM.
A CDM, yeah.
He can morph into a CDM.
Damn good.
And he knows how to he's amazing ball IQ. Amazing ball IQ. So he can in very tight spaces, he can actually beat one or two and get out of it.
Exactly. And with the way Xavi is playing, you will love him.
I think it's duck to water for you guys.
If you get him, you're gonna love him so much because he's a damn good set. He's a damn good player. Damn good player. Very, very good. But the problem is having with Chelsea is there's Thiago Silva, there's Rudiger. He cannot go above them.
Yeah.
He cannot.
He's too good to be a number 3.
Yeah, he's too good.
It's too good.
That's my problem with him. He's too good.
So that's why he goes to a team where he will
because Tuchel is playing back 3, so he plays Andres, Silva, and Rudiger. That's what he does. But if you play back 2, Andres is on the bench. He can't play above Rudiger and Silva. He cannot play.
You guys are going to enjoy that game. That
guy's
money, man. And how old is he? 24.
He's 25. Yeah, he's 25.
We're talking about the Champions League winner here, man.
Yeah, he's a damn good player. That's what I said. Who are you replacing him with? Is it Araujo or is it Piqué?
No. First of all, Piqué is coming towards the end of his career. I think under Xavi, he's willing to take the role of just being that mentor. And to be fair, there has been cases where he has been benched in favor of Araujo and Eric.
You mean Piqué has bench? I've not seen him bench this season.
No. He has been benched in I want to say 2 games in La Liga. But he has been benched. I mean, he was one. I think he was serving red. The other one, it was just down to. It was just down to. I don't know what happened to him, but it seemed like he wasn't going to start from the get go the way just Xavi was talking about it. But if anything, I think this is more of a team dynamic. So it's like you're willing to sacrifice your time in order to get the results because Xavi's all about. Xavi, it's not only down to him implementing his way of
style of play,
his style of play. It's also down to the opponents he's facing. If he's facing a low block, he would prefer someone like Piqué and Eric compared to Araujo, who might not necessarily be as good as his feet. If he's facing against a team that's just fast in the counter, that's going to give them tough game, and just in terms of their speed and the dynamic play they have, he's going to favor Araujo. because he needs players that can sustain one-on-one situations.
That's why I said if Christensen comes in now, that's a plus because there are teams that can go defensively and can also like fast, quick, dynamic play. That's why you need Christensen because if you are playing the way Service play now, and you have Christensen into that game, you cannot play PK. You cannot play PK. You won't be able to play PK.
PK has actually been good so far.
He's been good.
Has been
Yeah.
funny. But he's getting older, so we need to find.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot play PK because now that you have an Andreas in the system now, Xavi has to make a decision. Do I pair Andreas with Araujo or do I pair him with Eric Garcia or do I pair him with PK? Because sometimes Andreas needs a little bit of just small push, like a space where that can push him a little bit, like just fine-tune his brain a little bit. That's what they need.
Well,
because sometimes he forgets himself. He lose guard. Andreas does it in Chelsea. He lose guard. I remember Liverpool Chelsea Sadio Mane. He was hugging Mane. He was hugging him. The basic thing you just need to do is you need to touch Mane. He's beating you. Go cover up for Mendy. Cover up for Mendy. That's it. But he started hugging Mane. That's brainless because a defender can't do that. That's why I'm saying if it goes to under service system now, who does he want to pair with? Do you want to pair with Araujo, who is not experienced enough? Or you want to pair with PK, who is experienced?
But that's the thing. I think Araujo's molding into a leader. But I think he's the type of guy that gives courage to other players when they're defending just because of how good he is as a defender. So if Christensen needs motivation or someone around him who he could rely on if things get tough to almost clear his head and keep him concentrated, I think then if he's good aside from that and he's good from just off position or off the ball movements just in terms of defending, then I think he would pair well with Araujo in terms of the future.
Is it a picky, right? And that's better.
Yeah, I think that's the future of our back
That's
line.
better. If you can go for Araujo and then Christensen, that's fine. That's good. That's good. You have a future. Then you have a future. That's good. Then you have a future because both of them are kind of good. And the way you are playing right now, you're gonna love Christensen. I'm being serious. You're gonna love him. The way he plays, you're gonna love him. He's a baller. We're missing a baller. We're missing a baller.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
You're gonna miss a baller. You're gonna miss him.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
Like, I gotta bounce, man. Hey, thanks for the stream, man. Say what's up to everybody. Carl, is he still there? Say what's up to Carl.
What's up, man?
All right, man. Peace, guys. Have a good
one.
Yeah, man. Peace. Peace to the guys in the comments. Albert, Steven, SSB, Abdul, Bernard. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Peace. And you too.
Oh, it's a peace, man. Peace, man. But yeah, man. I can't wait for that Chelsea game, man. That's the game I can't wait for the most, man. That Chelsea game.
Why?
Because I feel like to a certain extent the Chelsea fan base is kind of underrating Real Madrid, but at the same time, I think if there's any team that can neutralize Real Madrid and where they are right now, it would be Chelsea. You guys aren't like PSG, like where it just it flicks off and you guys lose momentum. I think if you guys just stay compact, defensive, you guys could probably overcome them if anything, man.
Let me ask a question now. In terms of motivation and losing their head, does Real Madrid does that a lot? If they're losing matches?
Who? Real Madrid?
Losing their head.
Like no, the only thing is it's not so much as the players losing their head, it's as much as Ancelotti is just old school. I don't think he's modernized enough. I think from a tactical standpoint, bro, there could be a chance that Thomas Tuchel could just dog walk him just in terms of tactic and setup. But the thing is, the thing about Real Madrid is they tend to lose energy after a while. Like if you keep them studied for a while, I think they tend to lose energy. And the thing about it is, if you guys just give them the ball and you tell them, come at us, be the initiators, while we create space by luring you guys into it, then this is your game. This is your game. But again, the thing about Carlos Ancelotti is sometimes if things aren't going his way, I just don't think he has the tactical altitude to deal with it. So if anything, this is going to be more so managerial problem for Real Madrid, more so than a personnel problem. But the problem is that midfield against a team that's compact, that's not going to give them chances. It's totally different, bro. It's totally different. Real Madrid. No. I think I'm gonna be honest, bro. Real Madrid need a midfield. Like
Yeah.
that midfield trio was great. It was great, but you guys need a new midfield. You can't sustain being reliant on Modric and
Modric,
Kroos.
Casemiro, and
Yeah,
Kroos.
yeah. No, you have to move on from that, and that's the thing with midfields available. I'm sure Real Madrid, if they wanted to, they could get actual quality midfielders like Borella, just based on the type of just based on the attraction of the club. And then you guys need to also first. I think Camavinga is an excellent talent, but he's not being utilized to the best of his capability. He's not being given time. I mean, it doesn't make sense. This guy puts on he put on a great performance against Real Sociedad, but he hasn't been given any time to prove himself.
Do you think Ancelotti is favoring because of the experience of Casemiro and Kroos? It doesn't give Camavinga the time he deserves.
Yeah. I think Carlos Ancelotti has listen, man. Kroos has been wonderful up until this late matches, and I just feel like if anybody should be replaced for Camavinga, it's Kroos.
It's Kroos, okay.
Yeah, it's just, and then
coaches. That's what the problem is, because now if they don't have pictures now, does Carlo reverse to like a Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, or Casemiro, or does he go with Camavinga?
No, I think he's gonna go with Kroos and Modric. That's the problem. He's gonna go with Kroos and Modric, even though they need energy. So Camavinga would be the guy he would go with. But the problem, I don't know if this El Clasico is gonna change his mind. But he's always reliant on Kroos over Camavinga, because there's been so many games in La Liga where Camavinga could have easily slotted in, but he decided to start Kroos ahead of everyone. So it's just, I feel like if anything, Valverde could get into the middle of the park. Where's he going to play? Carvajal has just been god awful for Real Madrid.
That is the weak link. That's exactly the weak link. Carvajal is the weak link. They need a replacement in that.
If anything, Luis Vasquez should start. But the problem is, no, Vasquez should start ahead of him. But I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know what goes through Carlos Ancelotti's head. He might just start with Carvajal, and that could be game over. But Vasquez looked like he's better when it just comes to momentum, pressing, and just overall. Carvajal just looks like he's a step slow.
Because apart from them, because I know Benzema is up there in terms of goal score and everything. For me, is there top 5, everything is there. But my issue with it is Zeman is, if people are telling me because of Benzema they lose to a Clasico, I'm not taking that as an excuse. I'm not taking that as an excuse. You cannot tell me because of Benzema you lose a Clasico. Really? Like, seriously? Because of one player, you lose a Clasico because of one player? No. I cannot agree with that. Now telling me that because of Lukaku is being trashed now, we're losing players, but we have Kayaba to complete that position. Why don't you play in that position? Why?
Yeah, no. They also need to rest players, man. I think they're probably gonna have to, in the upcoming La Liga, they're probably gonna have to rest like Modric, if anything.
Who is the next match before the Chelsea match? What do you play next?
I don't have the calendar with me, but
let me see.
La Liga,
Madrid. Let me see. It depends on the match they're playing before Chelsea. So they play Celta Vigo.
Oh, they're facing Celta Vigo. Yeah. That's kind of a tricky fixture. Is it home or away?
Let me see. They are playing away.
Yeah, it's a tricky fixture, man. Celta Vigo, but if anything, I don't think they're going to have any contenders. Because you could look at it this way: Sevilla is facing against Barcelona next.
Wow.
And if Sevilla drop points, and that's just like they can afford to do switch ups. They're already leading by like 11 points. So it really doesn't matter for them if they do switch ups. But if anything, man, that game they need intensity and energy. So at
the Camp Nou, you play Sevilla. Wow.
Yeah. We face against Sevilla, which would take us to second place. But if we end up defeating them, because the last time we drew against them, so it'd just be based on goals and head to head. So if anything,
if Sevilla wins now, Sevilla goes 6 points behind Madrid.
Yeah. It will shorten the gap, but the problem is, I
you don't even trust Sevilla because they have not been consistent enough. They have not been consistent. They're just drawing matches.
No. Sevilla haven't been on form for like 2 months, man. These guys have been so off form, and
we don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, I don't see them keeping up the sustained pressure on a team like Barcelona. And I just listen. I think if anything, man, they have this league under wraps. It's not something they really have to worry about this season. But that Real Madrid versus Chelsea game, I think they're going to be focusing on that heavy, man. That's the tournament they're going to be focusing on the most. So they're probably going to rest youngsters, or they're probably going to rest players like Modric, if anything, to get them ready for that game, because that game is going to be money time for these guys, man.
Are you sure? Because Chelsea and Tuchel will be watching this match. Not because I don't think they're going to be watching this match as a reference, but Tuchel will have their eyes in this match. I'm like, okay. And I trust Tuchel because he's a tactical manager, and I know what he's going to tell his player. Go there and show the world how good you are. That's it. See, my take is where the match is going to be won is at the midfield. For me, it's at the midfield. And if we are clinical enough, we'll be able to beat Madrid. Because once we keep Benzema quiet, you'll be able to beat Madrid. He's their key man. You have to keep him quiet. You have to. Regardless of anything, that is the job of Thiago Silva. Keep Benzema quiet. Keep him quiet. Let Vinicius do whatever he wants to do. Because Vinicius can just be... I don't trust Vinicius one-on-one with a goalkeeper. He will miss.
Yeah, no. But the problem is Vinicius, when he's around Benzema, is a different problem. Like he's a totally different problem. And I just feel like the thing about Benzema is he might not even go direct to your center backs. Like, remember, this guy is
go to the wing.
Is tactically astute. This guy could literally be in any position as long as there's space. So that's the problem. So I'm saying, like,
because I don't think Chuga will give him that space, because Chuga will be like, the job of the midfielder is go around Benzema. Whatever is going to kick him out, do this one. Something is called tactical, because on Wednesday I don't think Benzema will be fully fit to play. He will be fit. You got what I'm saying? I don't think he will be 100% fit. Because they want to rush him to play Chelsea match. He want to be rushed. So I don't think he'll be 100% fit to play us. He will be fit, but I don't think he'll be 100% fit to play us.
Yeah, you guys are coming as favorites, man. If anything, yeah. So what's your midfield aside from N'Golo Kante, Kovacic and Kante?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Kovacic. So Kovacic is going to be playing more deep. No. Kante is going to be playing more deep, right?
Deep. Yeah.
Yeah, while Kovacic goes up and he progresses the play.
Exactly.
Oh,
and if Madrid wants to press us, Kovacic is good in beating the press.
Yeah. You need players like that. You need players that are ball carry straight to your
ball carrier, straight boom. That's what I like about him. But my issue with Kovacic is his final decision is not good. But ball carrying, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And when if Madrid wants to start pressing us, Kovacic is good in beating the press. He's very, very good in that.
Yeah, with Kyle Havertz and the way he's been going with the momentum he has after him, because this guy's been playing well. It's just about picking those pocket of space.
Exactly, because people are saying Militao and Alaba is good. Both of them have what is called loopholes in them, in which we can exploit. For me.
Yeah. I mean, Alaba should be moved towards a fullback position, but I don't. But then again, who do you trust? Militao, Nacho against the Chelsea side?
Pulisic,
yeah,
Mason Mount and Kai Havertz.
Yeah, Mason Mount. Yeah, if anything, bro, it'd be one of those weird games where Mason Mount actually scores goals. Gets man of the match. If anybody would show up, it would be him. Considering that he has the most goal contributions in your squad,
and he won't stop running. He will not stop running. He won't.
No, he won't, bro. So that's what makes this game intriguing, man. Because the ball's on your court, man. The ball's on your court. The ball's
because what Ancelotti will be very worried about is Chelsea are very good running. They are runners, and the defense. And when you have Silva as your Thiago Silva in your back line, that's the problem. Because Silva he will organize that defense very, very well. He will organize it. And I keep telling Chelsea fans, what will not match against Madrid? Zeman, it's not Kai Havertz, it's not Mason Mount, it's not Hakim Ziyech. You know who's gonna win the match?
Who? Thiago Silva?
Edouard Mendy.
Edouard Mendy. Yeah.
That is who's gonna win the match against Real Madrid. That's gonna because I've been seeing in the social media that both Benzema and Vinicius Junior and taunting Edward Man. Edward Man is telling them, "I will see you at Stamford Bridge." He's telling them, "I will see you at the bridge." He said, "Bring it on." So there's a little bit of banter between them that we're gonna meet at the bridge, and I will show you how good I am as a goalkeeper.
No. This is
They are taunting it because Vinicius Junior is taunting Edward Mendy. Why Edward Mendy is telling him, "Bring it on. We'll meet at the bridge." He's telling Vinicius that we'll meet at the bridge. We'll meet at the bridge. So if anybody's gonna win us this match, it has to be Edward Mendy. It won't be Kai Havertz. No, it will be because Mendy will have to save some saves from Benzema, from Modric. He will have to have some saves that I'm like, wow, what a save. This is a world class for Mendy. Mendy has to perform against Madrid in the whole entire world as this is a life and death.
Is Reece James starting as well?
Yeah, he is starting there. It's gonna be it's returned from the national team.
Reece
James is starting there.
But yeah, man, if anything, I'll be looking out for flank play, if anything, especially from Vinicius' side. But
Vinicius will be going one-on-one with I don't know who's gonna play. If Christensen is fit, it will be going on with Christensen because Aspi will be on the bench. It will be going one-on-one with Christensen. That's where you have to watch. You have to watch the match because Christensen is gonna be playing for Barcelona. So now you have to watch him and Vinicius Junior one-on-one. That's what you have to keep an eye on.
Oh, I hope he starts, man. I really want to see what he's made of because every time I watch him, I just haven't been that convinced by him.
Yeah, now because it's a big match, you want to step up, so you have to watch him. Okay, how good is this guy one-on-one? Because sometimes in La Liga, you might face a team who is very tricky that's gonna go one-on-one. How good is Christensen one-on-one? That's why you have to watch because you've seen him play. He is good on his day. He's a damn good player, but sometimes he loses guard. He just needs some experienced players around him and tell him, "Okay, Christensen, this is what you need to do," and he will do it.
Well, if there's any player that you should be looking out for aside from Benzema, I think I'm telling you, man, Valverde's work rate and his ability to like carry the ball from midfield, I feel like that's the one guy that should be stopped. At I think that guy might
exactly, and I think
that guy might be their
Ancelotti will be worried. You know why he's
nobody
gonna be
knows
worried?
about.
He's gonna be worried of Conte.
Yeah, bro. That's
He will be very worried about Conte because now all eyes will be on Conte. That's who Ancelotti will be worried about. N'Golo Conte.
Yeah, he would have to have a masterful performance, man.
Exactly, because now the problem will be they will have to triple N'Golo Conte, not even double up in him, triple up in him. Because now, if they triple up Conte, that brings up the space for Matteo Kovacic and the guys to come in. Yes, because now if Militao, what's called Alaba, and them Carvajal triple up on Conte, then the space is open up. The space is open for Kai Havertz to go in, for Pulisic to go in, for Matteo Kovacic. It's just a pass, maybe one or two passes. Boom, it's game over. Like that pass, Ferran Torres in the second half. That's how you beat Madrid.
Quick transitions. You have to
do that. Because quick transition. And now, if you give Kai Havertz that chances, it's game over. If you give him that chances with the form he is right now, it's his game over. It is game over.
Yeah, these are games where you want your star men to show up, man. So
yeah, they have to
Kyle has to have an immense. He has to have a great performance. So does Conte. He has to have an amazing performance, and Thiago's gonna have to show leadership and calm and composure.
Yeah, that's what Thiago Silva needs to do. Just calm down, calm and compose. That's what I like about him. Despite his age, he's very calm and composed. Like him going next season, I'm gonna be so sad because what he's giving us at this age right now, I cannot believe what he's doing. Right? I cannot believe Thiago Silva doing this right now.
No, Thiago Silva, bro. I can't believe that guy's like
37 years
old. I can't believe his age. Yeah, 37.
I'm playing like this. Wow. Playing like this at the age of 37, I cannot believe this. Playing this way, it shows how good of a player he is, how good he is. And despite Mendy being very like show up, Silva still need to have a performance where people have like, wow, man, Chelsea is there. We have to give them the respect. They deserve that respect. They play Madrid off their park, man. These guys are good. They are very good. That match, that Wednesday match is gonna be so dead. Oh my god, I cannot wait for April the 2nd.
Bro, I can't wait for it, man. As a neutral, I just can't wait for it, man. Bro,
you cannot wait. Wait, next week is it? Next week is in 20. Wait,
no. These 2 weeks are no. This week is international. It's all about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, 25,
Yeah,
26.
Portugal. Yeah.
Wait, it's gonna be next week. Oh, is it next
What?
week or next 2 weeks?
What? The
April,
Champions.
April the 6th. It's
The-
2 weeks.
April what? April
April
6th.
6th. April 2 is next week Friday, right?
Yeah. It's in 2 weeks from now.
In 2 weeks. Because April the 2nd is next week Saudi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I just pray everybody's not injured in the international break. No one is injured, please. I don't want anybody to get
that's
injured.
the problem with these international breaks that are like in the middle of March.
I don't
bro.
like it.
Or like that, they're in late March.
Casemiro going to Brazil to play. If he get injured, Madrid are screwed up. Modric also. If Modric get injured, Madrid are in problem. They're in trouble. So now everybody has to get fit because if those players get injured, yeah.
Bro, yeah, that's the worst nightmare for Real Madrid. Casemiro is gone, and then you also have Modric. That will probably be international duty for him.
Mm-hmm.
Cruz as well. So that's like
Cruz is not going. He has retired. He's not going.
Oh no, my bad. Not Cruz. Valverde. I think he's gonna go to Uruguay.
Yeah,
Valverde. Yeah, he's probably gonna get picked. And so if anything, bro, this might end up, if anything, they should be rested in their international duties.
I don't think they will be rested because Uruguay needs to qualify. They need to qualify. They have 2 matches more, and if they lose those 2 matches, they're out of the World Cup. They have 2 matches more. They have to win one against, is it Chile or somebody, and they have to play Argentina.
Yeah.
No, they have to play Argentina. They have to win.
I thought Brazil already qualified.
Brazil and Argentina are already too.
Yeah. They already qualified. Yeah, Uruguay.
They're only gonna play friendly matches. It's gonna be just friendly matches.
Yeah, but Uruguay, they haven't qualified yet. I don't think they have qualified yet.
They need to finish 4th to qualify. I think they're in 5th right now, or 5th or 6th.
Yes.
They have to play Chile, and I think is it Chile and Argentina? I think Chile and Argentina. They have to win to qualify. They have to win.
Bro, I'm gonna watch those international games, man. That Uruguay set, man.
Mm-hmm. Ronaldo, Jorginho. Oh Lord, help us.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, the international game. But the Portuguese squad, they have like injuries, man. Pepe's gone, according to reports.
Who is gone? Pepe?
Diaz might not.
Pepe is injured?
Yeah, Pepe's he's
Diaz
injured.
is gone.
Diaz is gone.
They say Cancelo is not going to. What happened to Cancelo?
Yeah. Bro, let's be honest, bro. Like Portugal don't use up their talent. Like they're not using the full capability of their talent. That's down to Santos. This guy isn't necessarily that great when it comes to managing young talent. So he's going to be reliant on his veterans. And Cancelo hasn't been necessarily that great, but who has? João Felix hasn't been that great. So if anything, bro,
you need Bombas Ronaldo to show up, man. You need him to, because Ronaldo carries it. He always take Portugal serious when it comes to Portugal. Ronaldo is always serious when it comes to Portugal. He's always very serious.
Bro,
he doesn't joke with Portugal. Ronaldo doesn't joke. He doesn't joke with them. It doesn't.
Yeah.
He wants to be in that World Cup as bad as see. He doesn't care if it's gonna be one leg. He wants to be in that World Cup.
Yeah. No, that's facts. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You can't trust Portugal. You can't trust Italy, man. Exactly. So if anything,
Italy must not go out because Italy have to go. They'll be the first team to go out in a back-to-back World Cup. They lost in 2018.
Yeah.
Now they're not gonna go in 2022. Wow.
Yeah, Jorginho and Verratti might not make it to the World Cup.
Hey. If Jorginho doesn't make it to the World Cup,
Barella as well.
Tuchel should not start him at all.
But the problem is, like, Italy don't produce, like, they haven't produced a quality striker. That's why Balotelli was getting called up.
He didn't get called up.
Yeah, no. Balotelli was about to get called up, but he didn't.
No, yeah, it didn't. I don't know why they
No,
didn't. I don't know
no,
why.
it's because I heard it might be from an injury. So
Okay.
he got injured and he can't make it. But
Okay.
again, man, and these guys, defenders aside from Bastoni, who's a young defender for Inter Milan, who's actually quality, who looks good. I don't see that much great defenders coming out of Italy, man.
I'm saying Bastoni, Bonucci, Cellini. I was like, what the heck is going on with these people, man? Like seriously, they have Juan Pedro who plays for is it Sassuolo or Cagliari? They have Sigo Immobile, they have Bellotti. I was like, what? What's going on with Italy? They don't even have a striker at all. They don't have a striker at all. They have Scamacca, Raspadori. What the heck?
Yeah, bro. They haven't produced like quality defenders.
Italy are fucked up. They are fucked up already. They don't have a striker at all. They do not have a striker. I remember those days when they have Roberto Baggio, who again?
Maldini, they had as a fallback, but again, man, yeah, Cannavaro, if anything, they're known for producing defenders, but not having a clinical finisher up top.
Yes, Federico Chiesa getting injured is a big miss.
Oh, that's a huge miss, man. That's a huge miss. It's a huge miss.
Federico Chiesa, what a baller.
That's a lack of creativity on the flank or a finishing touch on the flank.
Exactly. Now I think they have Zaniolo. Zaniolo is good. Zaniolo is good. Is good. I like him. I like Nicola Zaniolo. I like him. He's good. He's been called up. I like him. He's good. He's good. He's been playing very well for AS Roma. That will say. So he's been good. I like him. He has been good. I like him.
Zaniolo. No, let's see what they're capable of, man. All right, man. I'm about to eat, man.
Thank you.
All right, peace, man. Take care.
Everybody, peace. Everybody, peace out. People in the chat, please. God bless everybody. Take care. Have a wonderful day, guys. Peace. God bless everybody. Peace out, guys. My people. Peace.